You came in way too fast.
Last week I gave you guys like a minute.
You did.
So I'm like,
that's true.
That's what we call an overcorrection, though, Robert. You don't have to cut us off early.
Just find it right in the middle. Although I guess he makes his guess. We never know how long it's gonna go, and I like to think that he's like, all right, this one wasn't good today.
We'll try again next week.
Yeah. What's happening, fam? It's episode 349. Happy Gravy Day, and welcome back to all of you guys in the Gravy Gang. If you're new, welcome to you as well. We got pretty solid pod ahead for you guys. We're gonna talk about graduations, Karens. Karens are very hot this week.
Careful, man. You shouldn't say slurs like that.
Well, I mean, I feel like we can.
I'll bleep it. I'll bleep it.
Yeah, please bleep that. Please bleep that out. Then we got not cool.
What if he actually did bleep it?
That would be funny.
So people thought you said a slur.
Oh wait, that wouldn't be funny. But it would be funny if just pick out 10 random words every episode and just bleep them, and they're like, what? But it'll just be like, I was, and you're like, you bleeped was. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what could he have said? That doesn't
I really want to eat some queso, and he bleeps eat, so people think I say I want to fuck queso.
Like those unnecessary censorship videos?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those are awesome. But, so speaking of, unnecessary censorship, this is something that's not really censored stuff, but I was reading the other day, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. This was a Vice article. You know how Vice articles sometimes grab you with just the headline? You're like, wow, okay, I didn't. It was like, what you need to know before you go to your first online sex party. And I was like, wait, what? You're not going to an online sex party, would you? Like, that doesn't make any sense. If it was an online sex party, you're not really going to it. You're just viewing it. You're logging on.
Oh, you would think so until you read the article.
Well, but it's really just porn is what they're saying it is. And so well, for those of you that are not in the kink community or the Buddhism community or whatever it is, they're the Buddhism category. If you're not a Buddhism, then maybe this isn't for you. But if you're looking to if you're you get a little lonely, your right or left hand, maybe it's a little exhausted because you've been home by yourself during this quarantine, and you're looking for an online sex party, there's lots of ways. You just got to go register. You got to sign up for them. There's a vetting process apparently. And then
is there a membership fee?
I think on some of them, not on all of them. But usually they'll let first timers do it.
This is a great workaround if you're too cheap to pay for OnlyFans.
Good call. Speaking of OnlyFans, is there anybody I don't know, who pays for OnlyFans? How much is on OnlyFans?
A lot of people.
Obviously.
I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple times I was horny that I thought about it, just for a 1 month thing, and then my brain kicked in and was like, "Dude, there's literally the internet. What are you doing?"
Right.
I never even got close. Really, I just thought about it. Now that being said, if someone I knew was on there, 100%, I'm buying that.
Okay.
Just because I'm that's hilarious. If it was someone we went to high school with, and I found out they had one, I have to see. It's more curiosity than anything.
Okay, I understand that.
I think Pat's asking you to start an OnlyFans account, Alex.
Do you want me to do this podcast with my shirt off?
My buddy sent me one the other day of a fat guy with a beard looking just like me. Jokingly, on his Snapchat, check my OnlyFans for shirts of pictures of dad bod and no shirts, and if you tip me $15, I'll tell you how I'm disappointed in you.
I like that.
And it looked like it was a dead ringer for me. It was funny as shit. But maybe I should get one.
I think you should, because that is one of those where it's just the curiosity factor. People are like, "What's Pat doing?"
I think it'll be more of a bear community kind of thing.
Hey,
there's not going to be a lot of chicks
bears need love
to see
too.
Pat with his shirt off, but
you don't know that.
Would like me.
You don't know that, man.
I didn't say none. I said not a lot.
Not that you know of. There could be a whole community of women that are looking for Pats.
I'm more of a
Pat.
they want to hug me because I'm soft and not a take your shirt off because I'm horny kind of guy. You know?
Okay.
I know my lane to stay in.
Is it just weird? Like, it's just odd to me, and like, no knocking on anybody that's paying for OnlyFans. Like, if you like, that's your choice. We don't judge here, you know. But like, it's weird to me that it's like it'll be an Instagram like model. It'll be like, oh yeah, and to see the full photo, join my OnlyFans. Like, to see you with your shirt off, like that's like Girls Gone Wild shit. Come on, are we 18? What are we doing?
Dude, it's just the horniness is off the charts with quarantine, man.
Everybody's got Pornhub at their fingertips. Just, it's free. I don't understand. It's confusing me, but
it's because there's a voyeuristic nature to it that like it's not porn,
and you can like chat with them too. I think.
Yeah,
right?
it's not produced porn. It's more of like there's a personalized touch to it.
Then just type up amateur porn.
And a lot of it's people that are on Twitter, or, you know, who you feel like you have more access to anyway. Like you follow them on Twitter, they tweet all the time. You kind of have an idea.
She definitely only DMs me and not any of the other 32,000
not
followers.
Even that. It's just that it's someone that, because you follow them on Twitter and they're a personality, there's some sort of connection. But then also you can see her pussy. So people are like, yeah, I'll pay $30 a month for that.
I mean, and hey, like, shout out to those people making that money on OnlyFans. You know, like,
fuck yeah, if you can make money on that shit. I was wondering the other day, like, what do you file that on taxes?
Entertainment. You're an entertainer. Yeah. I think you go entertainer. You know that, like, there's a lot less questions with it, I feel like, then.
Also, so every stripper in the country started an OnlyFans, right? Like during this when they couldn't strip.
I think they had to. I mean, they didn't have to, but I feel like a lot of them did.
Like strip clubs, like on their marquee, they should have just started like throwing all the OnlyFans names on there. Or like on their website, you could find all the dancers' names on OnlyFans.
You know what?
I feel like that would have been brilliant. I should be a strip club marketer.
You should be, Pat. You should be.
Like I can't be a DJ because I don't have the technical know-how of how to press play on Guns N' Roses songs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But Guns N' Roses or rap.
Gas.
I guess I probably should have said rap songs. I feel like most of them don't do 80s rock anymore, but they should.
Some do. But
like, in my mind, a strip club has to play 80s rock.
Okay. I mean, if it's just strip club, yeah, you get to pick the music, I feel like. And I think it's really what the girls are dancing to is what the music is. But if you got an OnlyFans, guys, hit us up. We'll promote your OnlyFans. We'll give you the retweet. Be like, yeah, this is my OnlyFans. And we'll retweet the fuck out of it. We're all pro entrepreneurs here, all right? We're not shaming. I don't know. I always wonder, like how much is an OnlyFans? Is it like $10? Is it like a Patreon?
It depends. Some people are like 10, 15. A lot of them are like 30, I think. It's person to person. It depends.
I really want to start a Pass the Gravy OnlyFans, and it's just like every day one of us has to do something on it, but like we don't have to do anything sexual. It's like Robert's gonna try and putt a ball into a cup in his kitchen.
Every night at 3 a.m. when I'm drunk and about to go to bed and, you know, just weary from playing video games for 4.5 straight hours.
It's just a behind-the-scenes look at my Hot Wheels races just for that day. Like,
just how shitty I can look before I go to bed.
We need
Maybe
to do something.
Every so often I'll throw a nipple in there.
Let's do like a whole podcast and we'll just put it on OnlyFans. Just so we can say that like people subscribe to our OnlyFans.
That's what like a lot of people do with Patreon, like podcasts and shit. They'll do like all the extra ones that you've been doing most of the time. People will do those and they just throw it behind a paywall. But you're a good guy. You don't do that.
No, and honestly, like Patreon is one of those things where like I appreciate the people. I appreciate the hustle on Patreon because a lot of times you get bonus stuff for it too, and it's like it does help people a lot. I've thought about it. I don't know. I haven't I'm not really a GoFundMe or Patreon kind of guy. Maybe I will be eventually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of those guys are like, you know, professional comedian. Like that's what they do. They do stand up, and their podcast that's how they make their living. So like. It's a little different for us.
Well, our buddy, the Andrew Green, the Time Machine with Andrew Green, he's got his own Patreon. He just launched it this week, and he had some pretty cool, like if you wanted, I think it was like $50 or $20, and you could advertise, like, and he'd shout you out and give you a shout out or promote any business you have. And I'm like, I might just do it and just talk shit about other podcasts. Like we don't have a rival podcast, so we should find one and just talk shit about them on his, but make him say like mean things to them. And I'm like, no, we're paying for it.
Dude, we just find 2 random guys in like San Jose, California that have a podcast, and let's just start shit talking them on Twitter.
Fuck those guys, dude.
And start
Fuck
a
them.
rivalry.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We find a random podcast in every state, and we just start fucking with them.
Let's just go at the Weekly D podcast, and the Weekly D podcast will come at us. But then
That's no fun.
No, but then it's just a feud that like we like only us is the podcast guys, like Gravy Gang and the Weekly D, they get it. But then everybody else is like, man, they're really combative with one another. And then like our numbers go up because we're like, we spill the tea on the Weekly D. And it's just us like talking about how nice guys they are and like really.
But we have such a crossover already. That's what I'm saying. If we just completely blindside a random podcast from, like I said, like somewhere random in California, and then have all of the Gravy Gang start shitting on them too and hashtagging Gravy Gang in it, they're just gonna like, if they wake up one day and they've got 30 Twitter notifications of people shit talking them from Texas, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?" They're gonna call each other and be like, "Dude,
don't fuck with the Gravy Gang,
Texas."
Who is the Gravy Gang and what do they want from us?
And then it'll just be a hilarious like, and then we can just sit there and wait for the DM from them, like, what happened?
And then we give them a dollar amount that they have to Venmo us to end the feud. And then,
or
boom,
then they
we've
start
made
shit talking
money.
us and send their followers after us. Then they hear us and realize we're funnier than them.
And then they lose all their followers and we get all of them.
Yeah, and let's just start randomly attacking people that don't deserve it to amuse ourselves. I mean,
what if we only attacked people that don't share our beliefs? Let's do that. That's never been done before.
I mean, we are already pretty much on a spectrum here across the board, just with us 3. So
we are definitely on some sort of spectrum.
Oh, I know I'm on a spectrum.
But yeah, no, like this online sex party thing is what like, I got like lost reading it, just because it's like it was talking about like I don't know, I've never been to an orgy, but it was like it's an online orgy that's like it would be like if you just had 15 people on like a Zoom call, but like some of them were fucking. So like, what if you were by yourself? You would just be watching, and it's like it's a great opportunity to learn. So if you're looking to get into some some stuff, then like you can watch it.
So how I pictured it
really
was just
unless you're just on the chat
roulette, but Zoom.
Chat roulette, but it's like scheduled, and you're supposed like you kind of know who it is.
You're not surprised.
You're expected
by the guy
to whip your dick
off.
out, I think. Yeah.
But also, they said there's a dress code. Like if you show up in pajamas, they'll kick you right off of it. Like you got to get dressed up and get fancy before you jack off on yourself.
Which is classy.
Which, by the way, like, then you got to dry clean your tuxedo. Like, I guess you can get fully naked afterwards.
No, you rent the tuxedo.
Show up. You got to show up dressed nice.
You rent a tuxedo because then it's not your problem after that.
You just hand it in with shame in your eyes, like, sorry. Your problem now.
Oh
the
yeah,
coronavirus spread through semen.
Probably. It's like I don't know. I would assume it's bodily fluids. It could, but because like you fucked somebody with corona, then you probably have it if you didn't use protection. Which is why we always use protection on this podcast, right, fam?
If we sold Gravy Gang condoms, would you guys buy them?
No, I wouldn't rely on them.
I didn't say they'd be reliable. I just said if we sold them, it says right on the side, 30% effective.
But I think we are, speaking of Gravy Gang stuff, I think we are working on some Gravy Gang face masks.
Gravy-flavored condoms.
Not the condoms again. Again, not the condoms. But the face
Biscuits
masks.
and gravy? Come on, man. I'm on a roll.
Not the handkerchiefs, the Gators masks. Those are the ones. So
for those of you that don't know what Gators are,
they're just like masks that you pull, like the handkerchiefs.
It's like a sleeve
round.
for your face.
So I think we're going to do some of those. It's going to have the PTG logo on it if you want to rep your favorite podcast. We don't have them up in the store yet, but hopefully by next week we'll have them. And I swear, like you guys know when we get something new in the store, we promote the fuck out of it online. So just follow us at Pass Grade Pod, like our Facebook, like our Instagram at Pass Grade Pod, and stay in tune with us, and you're gonna figure out what we're doing. So yeah, just online sex parties. I just wanted to share that with everybody. Like the things you needed to know is like, don't be a creep. You have to get the invite. All this stuff. Like you need to know you got to have an in. So like you can't just join an online sex party. Like, hey, saw that y'all had a sex party. Can I hop on? Like, you got to have like an in. So know a guy that knows the online sex parties. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been an orgy guy. It's just not my thing. It's like, I feel like one, I'm not really like, nobody's going to be excited to watch me perform in that stuff. I feel like I might get stage fright if other people are watching me too. You know, like I'm not pee shy. Like I can pee at a urinal and stuff, but like I feel like if like they're like, yeah, fuck in front of us, I'm like,
See,
You know?
I'm pee shy, so I'm very confident that I could not do an orgy.
Like I'm not, and I'm not gonna impress anybody in any orgy or anything. They'd be kind of look at this idiot, get out. I'd probably get kicked out.
Like I don't think if it was like a threesome or something like that, like I think I could do that. But like an orgy where there's like 10 people in the room, like I don't think I could do that.
And I'm not mature enough, honestly. Like, there's those ones where they have like the key parties and people are wearing those like masks and whatnot, and I would just giggle.
Right? I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
like...
mask on. Okay, Batman. So like, just get out. I need my key back. Who has my key? I'm looking for my key. I put it in a bowl. Does anybody have it? No? Okay. I'm gonna get an Uber. Just hang on. So that was us talking about online sex parties. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasted way too much time. I probably should not have brought that up, but I just felt like that's what we do here. We just bring up things that we're talking about. Let's get into the Where You Been segment and tell you guys, like, which is not an eventful segment lately. We've been in quarantine this whole, like, time, so we'll see how eventful this Where You Been segment is.
Where you been? 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 Where you been at? Where you been? Where you been? Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been up? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I'll go first. Oh, okay, you go, Robert.
I'll go first. So I've been learning about pineapples.
Okay.
I had pineapples today.
So I didn't know this.
something.
I didn't know this about pineapples. It takes like from planting to when they're ripe, it takes like 18 months. So it takes
I'm not surprised by that. That's
takes
a
very
big
long
fruit.
time. Yeah, and apparently back in like 1400s, Europeans would rent pineapples to make them appear like they were rich, just because they were so rare.
I heard something about renting pineapples the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, they would sell them or rent them out for like what would be like $8,000 today.
Fuck.
Yeah, so
we should have been in the pineapple business.
Exactly, because you had to get them from like the Americas and stuff to get them over there to Europe, because they didn't grow over there.
I guess they were in like Hawaii. Hawaii's got a lot of pineapples, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And you just imagine that, like having a party and you trying to impress your friends, like, hey, I have a pineapple.
Pineapples? They do kind of look like a party, though, right?
The ultimate flex is, look at this fruit that I have.
Yeah, or trying to pick
Rare
up chicks. Trying to pick up chicks back then.
I got 2 pineapples, babe, back at the house.
Hey.
2 pineapples.
You want
We
to
just
touch it?
can't eat them. We just can't eat them.
Dude, you
wanna
know
touch
what I heard a rumor about pineapples, ironically, this week? As I heard that if you just chopped off like the top of the pineapple, you could plant that, and that it takes a while, but that it would grow like a whole rest of a pineapple from the top of it. I don't know if that's true or not, but somebody was trying to go into great detail explaining that on the show I was watching, and I was like, I don't know, seems legit.
It would just grow one pineapple, or like a pineapple tree?
It would like gain roots, and then I think it would grow the rest of the pineapple out of it. Somebody look this up. I'm not doing the research on it, but
it would have to be a tree.
Yeah.
Like, you can't a pineapple doesn't just grow; it grows on a pineapple tree. So whoever told you that is either lying and fucking with you, or they're just really stupid.
How to grow a pineapple from a top from Southern Living.
If this is real, my mind is blown, because like that doesn't feel like how science should work.
Yeah.
Yes, you read that correctly. If you have a pineapple, you can grow another one. Once you've chopped off the edible flesh, don't toss the remnants away. Recycle the pineapple's top. If replanted, it can regrow into a house plant that will produce fruit. This easy indoor gardening method is a fun project for the whole family to take part in. Follow steps below.
So it turns into just another pineapple tree. It said house plant, but
dude, but that's kind of sick.
Now, is it going to be a small one that gives you mini pineapples? Because that's just like, that's the ultimate
That
flex.
would be tight. Just like
mini pineapples?
Baby pineapples are way cooler. Because then you could scoop those and you can make them little cups. Like if you had a luau, baby pineapples, you hollow those bad boys out, and you have, maybe you put some ice cream in it, or you drink out of it.
Forget the ice cream. Have
but ice cream, a nice little dessert treat.
Daiquiri inside of a mini pineapple.
Fuck. All right,
Bro,
I don't have a backyard.
Today.
I don't have a backyard. Yeah, verbal trademark on all this stuff, guys. Even though we just found out something on the internet that's already been done, but who cares? We're claiming that now. Southern Living, we own you. You're ours. But yeah, that's pretty nuts. Pineapples.
I'm gonna tell my dad to plant that shit because I want some mini pineapple. I love pineapple. It's the best fruit, right?
And then going back to sex talk we had before, I heard that pineapple is supposed to make your stuff taste better to the ladies. You know what I mean? Your go-gurt.
Yeah. And I was thinking about that the other day, doing keto, where all I'm eating is meat and cheese. If pineapple is going to make it taste better and all I'm eating is salami and cheddar, I doubt my shit tastes good right now.
Probably not.
Okay, so
I was thinking about that.
Robert's like, how did this go here? I was talking about pineapples innocently. We learned a lot about pineapples though, didn't we?
yeah, the pineapples apparently was a good conversation to bring up. Other than that, I watched a movie on Netflix called Happy Anniversary. And I'm on a Ben Schwartz, Thomas Middleditch kick right now after watching their Middleditch and Schwartz.
Uh-huh.
And Happy Anniversary has Ben Schwartz in it and the love interest from the first season of Master of None.
Okay.
And yeah, pretty good movie. Just them, it's their 3-year anniversary, and throughout the movie, there's them wondering whether they should break up.
That seems like a Ben Schwartz movie.
Yeah, pretty funny. I'd recommend it.
Okay. Where'd you say it was? Netflix?
Happy Anniversary? Yeah, on Netflix.
Okay. I'll check it out. Check that out.
It came out in 2018, so not too long ago.
I'm running out of stuff, honestly, to watch at this point. We've been watching Scrubs kind of on just
Oh, I love Scrubs.
I've been listening to the podcast.
Are you watching the episodes with it?
I'm not watching the episodes with it, but they talk about the episodes well enough in the podcast that I can remember.
Have you watched all of Scrubs?
Yeah.
See,
even the last season.
Even the last season.
That was the one that they took off time and then they came back and they redid it, right? Or they didn't redo it, but they just relaunched it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but except now they're a teaching hospital, and it was Dave Franco was in there, and I remember when I finally got around to watching it, I was like, this isn't as bad as people made it out to be, but it's not good.
That's kind of like The Office to me, where there's people that are like, I can't do the last 2 seasons. It's like last 2 seasons of The Office are not horrible seasons. People give Robert California a lot of shit. People give Will Ferrell a lot of shit. And it's like, dude, they're funny in their own way. They're just not Michael Scott. And everybody they wanted Michael Scott. And it's like, I appreciate that they went in opposite directions from Michael Scott. They didn't have another, they tried to do Andy as Michael Scott again, and it was cringy. But
yeah,
see,
that's what I don't
like.
I don't like, what they did to Andy's character.
That was the worst. Robert California and Will Ferrell's characters, I thought were really funny. Will was almost what Michael Scott was. He was just kind of the same goofy guy, but a different kind and a different management style. And then got killed by a basketball.
Not to make this an Office just solely discussion all with the whole podcast, but the fake juggling scene, the invisible juggling ball scene with Will Ferrell, where he does the
one of the best in the series history.
The sideways juggling, where it's there was no way in hell that would ever be realistic. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show.
Yeah.
One of the funniest. I always laugh when I fucking see that shit. And it's just that scene alone saves his character to me. And he wasn't in enough episodes where he was a terrible character. I can see how Will Ferrell's character could have gotten terrible, but he was in and out. So it was good enough, I thought. And then Robert California was cringy, but he was a different kind of cringy. And I think Andy was a mix of they tried to make him too much Michael Scott, and he was doing the second Hangover, so he wasn't there enough, so they had to have those big gaps in a lot of stuff, and they had to fill in a lot of Andy time when he was in.
Oh, that's what killed me too, is just the build up to him and Aaron, and then, oh hey, we've got an intern now, so fuck that entire 4-season build up, or whatever it was.
The interns were not bad.
No, I like that, but just the fact that we've got an intern now, so now she's into him, and Andy neglects her and then disappears.
I don't know. I'm a big defender of the last 2 seasons of The Office. I'm not saying they're obviously not as good as the other seasons.
They're not
Robert
terrible. California.
And they wrap up The Office. The last 2, 3 episodes of The Office are some of the best, I think, in like any like wrapping up any show.
Mm-hmm.
Except like there's weird things where like David Wallace has a bigger part in it than I thought David Wallace would in like if it was a documentary. Like why would David Wallace be there? Why would Michael not come back for that part? Why would
That's
why
what
was
I always
Aaron
thought.
such a big part on it?
When people were like, "Oh my God, he showed up!" Like there was no chance that he wasn't going to show up to Dwight's wedding.
But it was such like
Now-
you could tell
now
Steve
the fact
Carell was
that
done
they
with
only-
it.
Yeah, but he only
And so
had
he was like,
what,
I'm going to do this. I just
3
want to do that a
lines.
little bit.
I believe it was like 3 lines
Your
in that
kids are all
episode.
growing up and marrying each other. And that's what she said.
It was like when he first shows up and says hi to Dwight. Then there's another part when he's talking about having 2 cell phones for his kids. And then I think there's
That's
one
Pam
other line.
talking about it.
No, but then he is sitting, like Pam says it, and then he's sitting there talking. And then I think one other line. I think he only has 3 lines in that episode.
It's like all my kids grew up and married each other. It's every
Yeah.
parent's dream.
So
know
pineapples,
too much of
huh?
that shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hijack that.
Dude, we're off the rails today, and I love it.
But just like Scrubs, like I don't know, Scrubs. I think it's a really good show. It's a very well written show. But there's sometimes like it goes through lulls where I'm just kind of like I'm not really as interested into it right now as other parts.
Still,
of it.
like,
But it's
once
a
a
great
month.
show.
In my head, I'll just hear Eagle.
Like, does Dr. Cox get annoying after a while to you guys?
No, love him.
You
I
would
don't
be
think so.
Dr. Cox though. He would be Dr. Like Pat is
That's what I love.
100%.
You know how
I'm
he
gonna go on
always
my
has the
rant,
thing?
and I'm gonna tell you that I fucking hate you, basically, and I think you're a piece of shit, and I don't appreciate being around you, and I hate you. But let me go on this long little rant, and then all right, I'm gonna go. See you later. Doobie doo.
Yeah, like he's 100% me. Where he's like, I hate everyone. Fuck all you guys. I think you're a piece of shit. But then like, there's still that caring level underneath it. Like I'm gonna talk shit
he's
to
a
you
Red
all the
Wings
time,
fan,
but
so
like
he's
I
cool.
do care. But one of my favorite things ever was when I found out when how he always sits there and does like when he's about to get pissed, he'll always like thumb his nose and then cross his arms and then go. That's like a nod to Robert Redford, because like I guess in like one of his movies, Robert Redford did that. And he's like his favorite actor, so he just incorporated that in the character. It's just one of those weird little things that I learned one time and loved.
Yeah, you should check out the Scrubs podcast. It's really good.
Okay. I'll do that.
I just learned about it literally yesterday. I was because I've got the new phone, so I having to put stuff back on there.
Check it out
and
after you listen to our
popped
podcast, obviously.
It popped up in the corner that it was Donald Faison or Faison. How do you
Faison.
Faison. And
Faison.
Zach
and whatever
Braff.
Zach Braff. Thank you. It's them, and I was like, they
Braff.
have a podcast that's fucking perfect.
Mhm.
We should do a podcast about their podcast because they're recapping and breaking down the episodes of Scrubs. We should break down their breakdowns of Scrubs.
I didn't even know that's what it was when I saw it yesterday. I just thought they had one. But if it's them breaking down Scrubs,
Mhm.
'cause
It's like the
especially now,
Office Ladies podcast, but it's just Scrubs.
I've been tearing through all of I'm starting to find more podcasts to listen to. Because
What
I've been
about
staying
like
up
the Monday
late all the
Pass the
time.
Gravy? So you listen to those?
No, I've caught up on a couple of those too because
a
I've been
couple.
up till 3 a.m. every night playing video games. So I just listen to that while I'm playing. So I've been tearing through all my regular ones, like getting back on all of the extras that I haven't had a chance to listen to now, like in the past week. So I'm like, I need more shit. And I saw that and I was like, oh, this is definitely going to happen.
Pass the Gravy podcast, Weekly D podcast, Time Machine with Andrew Green. Those are your
Get on
three
it.
big uns. Check those out though. Okay. Where else was that? That's where you've been, Robert, huh?
Yeah, pineapples and happy anniversary.
And we turned that into 30 minutes. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
That's not
So
like
I'll try
us
and
at
run
all.
through mine a lot quicker. I've been just buying a lot of shit online. And it's a byproduct
Oh.
of me staying up late and
It's
drinking.
hitting you now.
Because I've said this before. I was always someone who didn't buy anything online. I just didn't. I was like, fuck it. If I need something, I'll go to the store. But being up late and drinking a lot, all of a sudden I'll think of a song and then bam, I just bought an artist's entire fucking filmography or what's it called, discography. Like I
That
bought
works.
one guy. I spent like I don't know if I talked about this on the last podcast or if it was after. But I spent like $75 on one guy's catalog the other day. Catalog, that's the line I was looking for.
Found
Did that
it.
the other night. In the past week, I probably spent $100 on music.
Hey, have you thought about perhaps subscribing to like Apple Music or, Spotify Premium, where then you just click download and you have it all. Like you don't have to buy it. You pay like
No,
the $10
because a lot
month
of
and you
this-
get anything you want for $10.
A lot of this is so I'll have it on my phone. So if I do like a long drive, I'm not.
They are
on
all
data.
available that way.
Oh, see, I don't know how any of this
See,
works.
Apple
Which-
Music, if I
my
like an
ignorance.
album, if I like the album, I just hit download, downloads the whole album. It's saved in my thing. So then, boom, you going on the road, it's right there.
Well,
You're
this
not
is
a-
shit that.
You're not
What?
a Spotify person, are you, Alex?
I'm Apple Music. I have
I
Spotify,
am.
but only the free Spotify.
Yeah, say with me. That's all.
Are
I
you
use my
guys
Spotify
going to
for.
hop over for the Joe Rogan podcast?
I
I've
think you'll
never
still be able to
actually
listen to it free. You're just gonna have ads beforehand. I'm
It's
fine
till
with
like
that.
next year.
It's this year.
But
I thought they said
he's
2021 is
on-
when he goes
He's
exclusively
exclusively
Spotify.
in 2021. He's on Spotify now. They're pushing it more there now, but he's going to be off of iTunes and everything in 2021.
You guys ever
Which,
watch
like-
the video version?
I do watch the video version. It's weird that they're going to move that from like YouTube to Spotify. I think that'll
Mhm.
be weird, and that like I feel like it's gonna hurt his listeners, but it's not gonna matter because he has so many fucking listeners that like it's gonna help everybody else in the iTunes charts. Shout out us. Let's go us. Because
Yeah.
that's not Joe Rogan we have to go against anymore.
Like they must have
Caller
thrown.
Daddy's not working out anyway, so then
We probably should have just done this in Comeback Kid, but let's just do it now. They must have thrown massive money at him.
$100 million.
Yeah, because why?
Which if you
else
gave me
would
$100 million,
do this?
yeah, we would put it exclusively on Spotify 100%.
If you give me
Anybody-
$100 million, I'll sell cassette tapes, like so
Yeah.
nobody will
Yeah,
ever
if you
hear it again.
if somebody wants to give us $100 million to put our podcast only on cassette tapes, that's it. I'm sorry, everybody. We got $100 million out of it. We'll figure out a way to get you guys the cassette tapes, but like, sorry, we're exclusively. How hilarious would it be if somebody got paid to just go cassette?
Here's what I've been wondering
8-track.
too: is are they going to figure out a way to throw ads in the middle of it if you don't pay? Because right now,
yes, they are.
right
That's
now on
why
Spotify,
did it.
if like if you have the free Spotify like I do, and you listen to a podcast because it's one because they'll throw ads after a song is over. It's one long thing, so not an ad will show up in the middle of it unless it's like that podcast's ad. Is Spotify gonna start breaking?
I'm sure they
every
will.
25 minutes, you're gonna hit an ad.
There's other podcast apps that do that already.
But
And
Spotify
so
doesn't. So.
But they're gonna catch up. It's a way to monetize and everything. I'm not saying I love our ads. I love reading our ads. Our ads are the best ads. Southern Star, Little M Shop, shout out them. But just I know a lot of people skip through the ads. I feel like we try and keep the ads funny. We try and make please don't skip their ads. Our ads are tight. But Joe Rogan was the original, the OG of I'm going to do 7 minutes of ad reads to start off my podcast. And you can just learn that you fast forward to the 7-minute mark and then you're good.
Because he was so massive or is so massive that he can do that. And people will understand that they're going to skip these ads anyway. But because he's so big, you're still going to pay him to read your
I think
ads.
more people
just in case
don't
people
skip
don't.
them than do. There's just a lot of people get privy to them, but
Well, it just depends on how people are listening. If they put it on, they get in the car, you're not going to sit there tapping to get through as you're driving. Like if you're sitting at your desk, yeah, you're just going to scan through it. But it depends on how you're listening.
we should stop talking about other podcasts on our podcast.
Oh, that's not over.
Okay, then wrap it up.
All right. So, buying shit online. I bought a new comforter today. Also, the Caller Daddy drama, dude. I've been balls deep in that all week.
If you don't have any idea what we're talking about, Barstool Sports had a podcast called Caller Daddy where it was girls that were talking. It was girls doing guy talking about giving blowjobs and stuff like that. And they tried to leave and were shopping stuff around, and then Barstool
even though
went
they
at
were
them.
still under contract.
Yeah,
They
it was a whole
tried
big
to
thing.
sell-
You can go
yeah.
look it up. We don't need to go too much into it.
We're not going to go into it. I just wanted to say I've been balls deep in that. You guys, if you don't know, then you don't care. If you do
Barstool,
know,
just
then
take us. Just acquire us.
this
Barstool.
is
Come
this
on.
is
We
this
won't
is
leave you.
Caller Gravy. That'll be our new one.
If we have two females that would like to start Call Her Gravy, 1,000%, we will give you a podcast on the network.
Well, Smashes has to be one.
Smashes, you can do it. Find a
Yeah.
co-host.
So that and basically just everything else. Barstool, like I said, I've been grabbing new new podcast. So like I started doing the rundown, Portnoy show, all that shit that I didn't have time for before.
Stop promoting other podcasts on our podcast.
I told you it was gonna. I'm done now. But other than that, just
Pass the
absolutely.
Gravy, Weekly D, Pass the Gravy, Bro, Time Machine with Andrew Green. Those are the ones you like.
Other than that, I've been absolutely grinding the ever living shit out of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think in the past week and a half, I've jumped from like level 25 to level 49 now. I think. God, I love this game. It's so enthralling. I can't wait for the new one to come out. Which is basically why I haven't really streamed anything in the last week. Which kind of sucks because just like it's not interesting to watch if I'm playing that because I'm really grinding outside missions and shit. But I killed a Minotaur yesterday. That was pretty cool.
A Minotaur?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So where have you been, Alex?
Okay. I'm gonna try and keep mine short. My mom had a birthday on Saturday, which was cool. We got to go out there. It was we did social distant birthday. Again, social distant Mother's Day, social distant birthday. And then what was kind of cool is like we were talking about birthday parades. My mom's a kindergarten teacher, and like obviously like she's not been teaching in person with her class, but one of the moms of one of her students was like organized one of those parade drive-bys. And so my dad was like, why don't y'all come out here? We'll have birthday breakfast with your mom out here. And we sat on the patio on like our front porch, ate out there, spread apart and all that. And then like at like 10 a.m., my dad's like, just come here a second. Like, I need you to take a picture. I need to take a picture of you. And so my mom goes and stands like by the driveway, and she just sees like a huge line of cars all the way around the block. And like every one of her students had their parents drive them there, and like they were kindergartners. So it was like, that's cool that like they didn't organize that. Like mom organized it, and like all the kids made signs for her, and her like she's obviously her last name is Middleton. So like her theme in her room is M&Ms. And so like they had like M&M's balloons that they had like painted and like all these signs and stuff. It was really cool. And she got a little emotional on it, but it was cool. It was a cool moment to watch. And it's like we were saying like it's a little weird if you're like turning 40 and you have like your like 45-year-old friends doing that. Like that's a little bit. I mean, to each their own. To me, it's
no, not to each their own on that. No.
No, I mean if that's I don't know if that makes you the happiest. Like you know what? Who am I to judge? But like. The fact that it was like students and stuff like that was cool. It was cool.
That's awesome.
Like, I don't know. My mom is like the sweetest human being in the world, and like I don't deserve a mom that awesome. I've been like I was the worst kid ever. She was the sweetest woman in the entire world, and like just like it's just cool to see like how so many people just love your mom. Like you're like, yeah, she is awesome. She should be celebrated this way. So it was like good for her. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I don't think she's listening, but happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
And that was cool. And then Crawfish Streak is continuing. Went back to the Catch off of South Post Oak, and we're 18 weeks now, fellas. Cow Ripken and crawfish. This is nothing, man. This is nothing. Saw Josh Tree. Shout out to our boy Josh Tree. He hit us up, hit me up. There was like an ESPN thing. They were talking about Cal Ripken's streak. Because, you know, ESPN's running out of stuff to talk about. So they're just tweeting like old things. And he was like, yeah, but did Cal Ripken eat crawfish for 18 consecutive weeks in the middle of a pandemic? And I was like, you're right. Cal Ripken didn't do that. Some might say that he would be the Cal Ripken of crawfish could be the next Last Dance documentary. Not me, but some are saying that. Some are saying that.
I'd watch that.
That would be the worst documentary.
These ones are good too.
Then I watched Upload on Amazon Prime Video. I had heard somebody talk about it. It was okay. It's about like if you die. It's kind of like Black Mirror-esque, but it's not like scary like Black Mirror. It's like if like you can upload your brain to like a server, and then when you die, it's like you can go to like these resorts or whatever, basically. But like you have to pay a bunch to like be in the nicest one, or like if you don't pay a bunch, you don't get the same stuff. It was kind of interesting. It was just like a futuristic look at the world. Like it's probably not going to happen, but like
that's like the I think the showrunner was the same dude that made The Office and Parks and Rec, right?
I think so. I
kept seeing ads
Greg
for
Daniels.
that. And it looked really good.
It's okay. And it was like 6-7 episodes. I felt like it went by too fast. They're like 30, 45 minutes a piece. It's I'm not going to say it's like great, but it was like if you're burning through a couple of days and you're trying to find somebody to kill some time, check out that on Amazon Prime. Because
have you watched Jack Ryan yet?
I have not.
Bro, if you're gonna watch something on
Maybe I will.
Amazon, make it
Maybe
that.
I will. Maybe I will. And then I watched some Bundesliga soccer. You guys know how I do. I mean, I didn't bet on it. I did a good job.
Football.
I didn't bet on Fußball. But I forgot at one point. I think we went Red Bull. Now that I'm thinking of it, I think we went Red Bull Leipzig.
I think
was our team,
last
right?
second, I think we did change it.
But we were Billy Goats. Red Bull played on Saturday, tied 1-1. Billy Goats played on, which is FC Köln. They played on Sunday and tied 3-3. So both our teams undefeated. Just we'll leave it at that. They're undefeated. No, they're winless, but they're also undefeated. So there you go. And it was it's weird watching soccer with nobody in the stands. Because the whole time you're watching like soccer, they're chanting, they're doing songs, like you can hear people in the stands all the time. And then at one point they did score, like there was a goal that was scored, and you could it was like they pumped in crowd noise to the stadium. But like it wasn't like super loud. So it was like, yeah, that's not really happening. I don't think there's anybody doing that. But
did you see? Yeah. I believe it was one of the Korean baseball leagues, how like they're using mannequins, but or I guess the Korean baseball league. But then the team had to apologize because they filled it with sex dolls.
FCCO. They didn't fill it all with sex dolls. They had a couple of
but some of them.
Right, but to be fair, they were sex dolls. Like they were wearing clothes. They put clothes on them. They weren't like the blowjob mouth wasn't open. They had face masks
why
on.
is this
like,
an issue?
Like unless you knew, like that was my thing. It was like unless you knew it was a sex doll, you wouldn't have known it was a sex doll.
I mean,
the first guy to recognize that had a sex doll.
I mean, no, I've never had a sex doll, but as soon as I saw the picture that came with it, immediately I was like, those are sex dolls.
Or they could just be like weird looking mannequins. Like I don't know. When they showed me the picture,
I was
mannequins
like, okay, don't get detail like that.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Which, by the way, who gives a shit?
They weren't in like sexual positions, which is like if they were like if one of the sex dolls was giving a blowjob to the other one, then like yeah, I can see there being a problem. But like we needed to fill the fucking stands. We didn't have people. We just grabbed what we had. I had six sex dolls laying around. Some guy probably
I didn't know there was Karens
like,
in Korea.
Korea, they call it.
I like that.
Maybe Karenia.
Korea.
But yeah, that was that's pretty much where I've been. But the crawfish streak guys, like it's over with. Like fuck you, crawfish. It's gonna be 23 weeks easily. I'm less than a month away from this shit. It's done.
Now, like, I feel like you're getting too cocky with it, man. It's easy for you to do, but I feel like your cockiness is going to cause something drastic to happen where you're not going to be able to get there. So, like,
what? Like all crawfish are going to die?
A comet or something.
Nah.
Like a nuke.
We're good.
We're going to get nuked.
Crawfish live past us.
But we won't.
Well, if I go out and it's like, if I die beforehand, that's not on me.
It doesn't matter. No matter what happens, Texas is still going to be like,
we're going out.
We're still 50%.
All right. That's where you've been. And I guess that's all we got, huh? Yeah, let's get into the Comeback Kid segment. But before we do that, let's tell you guys about our best friends in the whole world at Southern Star Brewing Company. I'm drinking a nice strawberry Bombay. I just finished a red Bombshell Blonde, which I'm voting red now. I'm back on Team Red. I've been Team Blue the last couple weeks. I'm Team Red again. Bombshell 20.
I'm sticking with blue.
It's an election.
I love the look of the red, but like it can't beat blue.
The red's just, I don't know. It looks sexy. But
it's iconic, man.
Bombshell2020.com. It's an election year. It's time to vote now more than ever. Go voice your opinion. Do you want the red Bombshell Blonde can or the blue Bombshell Blonde can? Go and vote at bombshell2020.com. Also, shout out to our buddy Keith. He let me know about he reminded me again about their Saturday Crawfish Critic Cook-Off. I believe it starts at 11 a.m. Now, they're going to be socially distant. We are practicing, Southern Star Brewing Company practicing social distancing like mofos out there. They got the one-time use cups. There's one person allowed up at the bar at a time. They're being socially distant. They're playing it by the rules. They're very good about it. We know how much care they take of that place up there, and so they are making sure that's cool. And then it's gonna be I believe the first time we ever met Keith was in person. Was the Crawfish Critic Cook-Off where you get the ticket,
which we didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah,
We
we
just
just
showed
like,
up
oh,
and
this
it was
is badass
crawfish.
that we could eat like 45 pounds of crawfish if you want.
And that was when I said, fuck it. You know, at the time I was allergic to crawfish. And I
We
said,
thought his
fuck
neck,
it, I'm going to do it
we
anyway.
thought your like throat might swell up at one point.
and
We were like,
that's
well.
when I learned, I guess I've passed my crawfish allergy.
I remember when you left, I was like, Pat might be dead. Pat might be dead. So I may
somewhere
never see
down
him
45, my throat's going to close and I'm going to crash off the side of the road,
again.
but it didn't
And you're
happen.
like, I'll take a Benadryl. I'm fine. And yeah, that was so that was like we're a little over a year with our that we've been pals with Southern Star, and their crawfish critic cook-off is unlike any other. It's awesome. You go pay, I think it's like $10, $11, $12, and it's all you can eat crawfish.
No, what it is all you can eat crawfish, $35
Okay,
for all teams. If you're military, law enforcement, or first responder, it's $15, $10 if you want admission, but you're not going to eat any crawfish.
Maybe that was what I saw. Okay.
So that's what it is. Kids under 11 are free. Live bands and DJ. Cornhole tournament. After party is 9 o'clock to midnight. Which, by the way, the hours for this are, it says 11. Where'd I go? I lost it. I think it was 11 to 11:55 p.m. That's what it said. 11 a.m., 11:55 p.m. So that's
Bring your fucking masks.
11 to 9.
Don't be the guy that goes out there without a mask.
There's a video game truck. I don't know what the hell that means, but that's awesome. I'm assuming it's like
you go inside the truck, you can play the video games.
Like old school, like arcade games is what I'm assuming. Lots of kid activities. There's also going to be barbecue, tacos, funnel cakes, local business vendors set up everywhere. It's going to be a great time, guys. There's 15 cook-off teams.
They're
Everyone
supporting
loves
all those
crawfish.
local the local vendors. Like we're finally starting to slowly reopen things. They're being very respectable. They're being socially distant. They're all like, believe me, they've vetted everybody. They're gonna take care of you. You're gonna be okay there. If you feel safe leaving the house, Southern Star is a great safe place to go to this weekend. I'm thinking about it. I think I got some other stuff that I may have to do this weekend, but I told Keith, I was like, I want to fucking go up there so bad right now. I want to go up there. I miss my guys at Southern Star.
Dude, I miss them so much.
I haven't seen them in forever, dude. And they have canned Southern, or they have canned Sunday brunch that they said they're just like, we're waiting when you're gonna come get some. I was like, I'm thinking about it every single day, man. But Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. Their tap room is also open up to 25% capacity now on Thursdays and Fridays from noon to 7, and on
Starting
Sundays
Friday,
from noon to 6. But they will not have the tap room open this weekend because they're gonna have so many people in the outdoor bar. They don't like they were practicing the social distancing, so they're like, hey, we're not doing the inside tap room, not doing that. We're they're being smart. They're being smart. They don't want to be the reason this shit spreads.
Yeah. I can't speak for them. I know Friday is when the governor said we can go up to 50% capacity. I don't know what their plan is for it. If they're going to, stay at 25 for a little bit, or if they're going, keep that in mind, guys. Also, if you want to get tickets for the Crawfish Festival, it's crawfishcritic.com. I would assume they're still going to have tickets at the gate, but with social distancing and capacity, you might want to get them ahead of time just to make sure you don't want to show up and then say, we're at capacity. Everyone wants to get out right now. So once again, crawfishcritic.com is where you can get your tickets. You might want to get them ahead of time.
Tag them at Southern Star BC. Let them know that you're going up there. If you are, tag us as well at Past the Grade Pod. If you're drinking a Southern Star, there's something for everybody, whether or not it's the Bombshell Blonde, the Conspiracy Theory, the Sebatomico Juicy IPA, the Kolsch, the Octobrist, the Barley Coherent, any of that stuff.
Echo and Conroe.
The Echo and Conroe. Whatever it is, if you're drinking a Southern Star,
Warmer is still on
us.
shelves. I saw that today.
At Past the Grade Pod, at Southern Star BC. We like you guys to support the people that support us, Southern Star Brewing Company. My favorite beer in the entire world and the best beer ever. The official beer sponsor of Past the Grade Podcast. Let's move on to the Comeback Kid segment and tell you guys what is going on and what's back in the news this week.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Our first Comeback Kid this week is avatars. Not the movie, but just Facebook has made it where you can make avatars now. And a lot of people are doing them. I don't have either of you guys made an avatar, because I have not.
Nope. I logged onto Facebook today when I saw that on the prep sheet for the first time in about a week. And I don't even see where I would do that.
So it's like on Snapchat, I feel like they made them, and I had an avatar on Snapchat because that was like Bitmoji. I went through a phase where like Bitmoji was just funny to me, but like I think everybody at one point may have done that.
I've never gotten
No?
into any of those things. Like even on iPhones now, people will create them.
Well, I like to just make my guy
not
look
my
like
thing.
I liked to just make my guy look like silly. And then at work we needed to do some stuff, and it didn't look like me at all. And I was like, okay, well I got to make it kind of look like my guy. But like I haven't changed it ever since then. And like the avatar thing, like now it's like the iPhone has that where you can put like you can make it look like you, and like you can send like you like winking at people or whatever. Like that's basically what Facebook just did. And it's funny because like I love it whenever you give somebody the ability to make an avatar of themselves. Like they're always the best possible looking version of themselves. Like
like I'm not even worried about it.
That's not really what you look like.
Because mine would be like, okay, close your eyes, picture one of these like iPhone or Facebook avatars, fat guy with a beard. That's literally every single dude that looks like me. We can use the same exact one, and everyone will go, close enough.
I want to go make my guy have like red hair, long hair. I don't have a beard.
I should make one that looks like you, and you should make one that looks like Robert, and Robert makes one that looks like me. We're all just like, what are you talking about? This is me.
Let's do that.
Or no, actually, according to Robert, I should make one that looks like Wilmer Valderrama.
Because Wilmer Valderrama is going to play you in the Pass the Gravy movie.
Yeah.
Who was going to play me? Kevin James, right? It was like
Kevin James was one of you. I think it was you. Who was Robert's guy?
I can't even remember. That was so long ago.
I do remember that. We have a lot of bits like that, don't we?
I still think about that, where every so often I'll just be sitting there doing nothing, and I'll start laughing at myself going, I'm Wilder Valderrama.
Well, I just remember Robert being like, well, obviously it's Pat.
Yeah, like when he started saying it, and then last second he just drops who is who and threw us the fuck off.
But the avatars are there, and like I'm a big meme GIF guy. I think some people think it's hacky when you use GIFs and memes instead of like typing out stuff. They're like, whoa, you're not doing anything original. Like, you're right, I'm not. But I feel like sometimes you drop the right GIF or the right meme, and it's like it says everything you wanted to say, and it may not be like the most original thing in the world, but it's like sometimes you got to be quick on that shit, and I appreciate people that are. But like the avatar,
Bro, I'm
it's like,
all about the GIF.
The eye roll avatar, like it's like, dude. Like just because you made an avatar yourself, like I don't want to see you do it. Like find one of the GIFs of somebody doing it, you know?
Right? That's not funny. Like that. No, the whole point of GIFs is to just throw something random in there that is funny.
Unless your avatar looks nothing like you, like I'm just not about it. It's just.
Well, then what's the point of that? You're just sending a random avatar.
I know. That's why I think it would
That's
be funny.
Dumb.
That's why I think it'd be funny. When they don't look like you.
I can't get into any of them. Like
But,
even when people are like, I'm a giraffe. I'm like, Well, actually, those I do find kind of funny. I'm not going to do it. But like my friend's shit face talking nonsense as a giraffe into the group chat, that shit's funny.
Oh, Tessa from the morning show and that's a lot of our text exchanges are just us talking shit to one another as like an owl or a shark or a unicorn. Like,
who likes you? No one.
Like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? And
be a giraffe and be like, it's a stretch for anyone to think you're funny.
You're giraffe skin for it.
That's so bad. That's brilliant.
Bad or good. You be the judge. You're a
gorilla and you're just like, oh, we're just monkeying around.
Our next comeback kid is weed, because weed could prevent coronavirus, apparently. I didn't do too much reading because I didn't know how much I believed it.
Yeah, I saw the headline and that's all I needed.
Smoke a lot of weed and you can prevent the coronavirus.
Don't pass it. I feel like if you pass it, then that's like, killing.
Only amongst those you live with,
But maybe it's something about, like, especially if you're ripping a bowl or something, maybe it's the heat transfer is still killing the small amount that could get transferred. But just smoke personals, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe have a brownie.
It's saying, hold on, I'm trying. There's effective strains, blah, blah, blah.
This is why it's going to work.
Yeah.
You eat 3 brownies, and then you're too fucked up to even get off your couch, so you can't go anywhere, so you're staying socially distant.
That's part of it, yeah. But it's saying that you could reduce the number of receptors that you have to get infected. Now, I don't know what receptors they're talking about, but that's all I need to know. Like, you give me some
science, bitch.
give me some junk science like that, and okay. Like, Wiz Khalifa, do you know if he has coronavirus? I haven't heard that he has it. Snoop Dogg, does he have coronavirus? Not that I've heard of.
Willie Nelson?
Cheech, or Chong, do they have it?
Nope, not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
Sprinkle some fishbowl cleaner on there and you're good. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Have you checked out Josh Gordon? I don't think he has coronavirus.
I mean,
Bob Marley confirmed does not have coronavirus.
What about Ziggy Marley?
Probably.
Woody Harrelson.
I haven't heard that
Woody
either
Harrelson,
of them have
another
it.
Big one.
See,
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, like all of these people, I have not heard of them having coronavirus. So going on on our stats right here, seems pretty effective. So kids, what we're saying is smoke more.
But then again, neither does Stephen A.
If this
Smith.
causes any negative effects, then don't. Then we retract that statement.
I really wish we had like a high school audience.
Do it. If it's not, then don't. We want a high school audience?
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be funny if we had high schoolers listening to us. That's a random thought that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Okay.
But I feel like this would be a perfect time that'd be really funny when we're saying smoke more weed, guys, and we're talking to a bunch of like 15-year-olds.
Well, like, to me, I was like, joke's on you, Dare. Like,
Right.
Literally all they taught you to do is not do drugs, and now it's like, oh, well, maybe doing drugs could stop you from
Well,
getting
I mean, I
coronavirus.
guess
So,
it worked on me.
Who was right, Dare or drugs? Does
It worked on me.
Does
'cause, like,
Dare
I mean,
prevent the
I
coronavirus?
smoked weed,
Not
but
that I
weed's
know
not
of.
a drug. I never did anything other than weed. So,
If it grows,
but
if it grows on the
here's
earth,
the other thing.
it's not.
I keep forgetting Dare wasn't just drugs. It was drugs and alcohol resistance education.
Yeah, but if you just drink at home,
That
then you're
alcohol
not
thing
going out
did
there to
not
get the
work at
Rona.
all. That alcohol did not work at all for me. It worked until junior year.
What is Dare?
And,
Drugs, alcohol.
Resistance education.
Okay.
I literally
moved-
just said it like 20 seconds ago.
Oh, my bad. Well, I moved here like 2002, and so like Dare, like I didn't do Dare at my school in Atlanta.
I still remember the guy in 5th grade, Officer Don. He was a badass.
But it is cool that people that still have those Dare shirts with the lion on them. Like, I think it's awesome that people that are still rocking those shirts.
I would rock it
Especially-
if I had it.
Especially the people that are like clearly stoners that are rocking those shirts where you're like, I get what you're doing.
Irony,
ironically.
bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, weed back. It's very hot right now.
Weed is
And
hot in
it
the
could
streets.
perhaps be stopping coronavirus. So maybe, what if coronavirus, like, they're like, dude, weed, it was all they needed. Like, that's it. Like, California's rates are just going down. They're plummeting because everybody's just getting stoned over there.
Well, hold on. Here's the thing.
What's Colorado's rates? I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. What's up with Colorado? I haven't heard a lot about Colorado.
What's happening in Rado?
What's up with the Rado?
What's up with Rod? Anybody know? Probably not. They're probably not got the Rona, so who knows? Who knows? Brant Tobler lives in Colorado. We should call him. I'm not
They're
going
too
to,
high
but we
to
should.
even, like, man, I was going to get tested, but I can't drive right now.
Brant does a bunch of prank phone calls. I should just call Brant just randomly. Well, maybe we can get Brant on the show as one of the quarantine episodes. I'll try and do that in the next couple of weeks.
We'll have to.
So Brant Tobler, one of my favorite people I've ever had as a guest on the podcast. He's been on twice. If you're looking for something to do to kill some time during quarantine, go check out one of the Brant Tobler podcasts on PTG because
You gotta stop promoting podcasts.
It's our
other
podcast. It's our podcast. Our own podcast. Pass the gravy with Brad Tobler.
Bobby
Check that
jokes from the top rope.
All right. Another comeback kid is commencement speeches. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's a lot of graduating seniors that didn't get to go to their graduation, and a lot of celebrities are talking about it.
Yeah. I know Obama did one.
Lil Wayne did one, which is my favorite because I don't know if Lil Wayne graduated high school, but
Whoa.
like if you didn't graduate, how are you giving a graduation commencement thing, you know?
What? I'm just saying, why do you assume that Lil Wayne didn't graduate high school?
He can't really talk.
He can talk.
Sometimes.
He just has an accent.
I just
Man,
think
you are sounding super problematic.
no, believe me,
right now.
I am the biggest Lil Wayne fan here in this whole podcast.
I got
no,
black
I've got
friends. I have black
friends
friends.
too,
No, I have a dog that's literally named Wheezy after Lil Wayne.
Okay.
But like I don't know, Lil Wayne. Like, have you heard Lil Wayne talk? Like, what's up, man? How you doing, Pat? What's happening, dude?
He's got an accent.
He's
So
just high
it is,
all the
man.
time. He's high all the time. So it's like.
So if you
yeah.
have an accent and you're high, you can't graduate high school, is what Alex is saying.
No, but like, didn't he drop out at like 16? I thought I'm pretty sure he dropped out, and like that was when he started rapping and all that shit.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I mean, if he graduated,
I know he got shot when he was like 13.
Yeah, dude. I'm not. Dude. Lil Wayne's cool. I'm just saying, like, if you thought who was gonna give a
I
graduation
just made you fucking
commencement,
backpedal on defense so hard.
if you
right
thought
now,
who was gonna
and I'm
give a
just fucking with
graduation
you.
commencement speech, like, and I was like Lil Wayne, like, I'd be like tight at mine, but I can't wait to watch this. Like, what's gonna happen here? Like, cause like first off, like, I would love to think that Lil Wayne's commencement speech started with the lighter.
Oh, of course.
What's up, seniors? How you doing? I just hope you're having a great senior year. Yeah, we're in a tough time right now, but like, we all gonna get through this. We all gonna get through this. And why don't we just power through this? Remember, there's no ceiling to what you can do out here in this world. This world is yours. Just go conquer this world. Young money. And you're like, okay, Lil Wayne, what? What are you saying? But like,
what would you say if you were supposed to give a commencement speech?
okay, so I felt like maybe I should give a commencement. Like, should we all try them? Because they're doing like podcasts that are the commencement podcast, which is like, if I didn't get to go to graduation, I would listen to maybe like one or two of them. But like, I don't want to spend an hour and a half listening to people say the same thing. And let me give you a hint of this is my commencement speech to all of you guys out there. What's up, class of 2020? I know that we didn't ask for this whole pandemic, and this is a really terrible card that we've all been dealt. But a lot of times in life, you have to overcome these obstacles. And this is just one more opportunity to show your future employers, to show everybody else around you that you can overcome and adapt to these circumstances that you have been put in. This is a new normal we're living in. This is an unprecedented time. But it's times like this where we have to rise and come together to become one and be the best that we can be in whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. Now, just go out there into the world and give it your all. And remember, insert whatever your school's motto is. Fight. Done.
Yeah, see, I want to go generic. I would go something more.
That's what
along the
all of
lines
these people are doing. That's what all of the celebrities
Oh,
are
I thought
doing.
you were giving yours.
No, I'm just, that's my generic one that every celebrity is doing.
No, here's what I would say. I would go more along the lines of, all right, guys. For most of you, life isn't going to get better from this point. It's going to be tough. So what you need to do, those of you that are lucky enough to have your college paid for, go to college. Have as much fun as you can, but actually take it seriously, because the last thing you want to do is have a degree in something you didn't give a shit about, and you get out of college and you have no plans. The rest of you, learn a trade. You're going to make way more money than all these other assholes I was just talking to that have their college paid for. Most of them are going to be aimless. Don't worry about it. Also, your core group of friends, those 4 or 5, 6, maybe 7 people that you hang out with all the time, those are your best friends. You got one of them for the rest of your life. In 10 years, you're going to be friends with one of them. You're not going to talk to most of them, but more than like 2 to 3 times a year.
And you may start a podcast with a random guy that you don't think is your best friend right now.
You're going to have, now, and also you better go to the same college as them. Especially if you don't go to college with them, that guy that's your best friend, you're going to talk to him twice a year. Maybe, and it's going to be 3 texts long at a time. So I know you love him. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to get new friends. Don't worry about it. Don't feel sad about that. You're losing your old friends, but you know what? It's not like you're losing them on bad terms. But you know what? Life is going to push forward. But now that you're out of high school and you're unsheltered all the time, shit gets real. Get ready for it. Now you have a 4 or 5 year buffer here where you can still do whatever the fuck you want, and everyone goes, they're in college. Nobody gives a shit.
Just don't murder anybody who raped.
Think ahead a little bit. Think ahead a little bit. This sounds grim. Most graduation speakers are going to tell you, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You kind of can, but you have to put in a little bit of effort with it. Learn a fucking trade if you're not going to college. End of speech.
That's actually not terrible.
I'm gonna get like 9 claps, and there's gonna be like one dude in the back going, "Fuck yeah!" Everyone
But
else is gonna be
then
like,
at the end of it,
what the hell? They're 18. Give them hope. No,
in 10
I'm not
years,
giving you
they'll
hope.
all be like, remember that guy that told us that? Like, he was right.
They're gonna be talking to their one friend from high school, like, this motherfucker was right.
Curtis Chafin, godfather of Pass the Gravy, who I originally started with, did not go to college with me, did not go to college. We started a podcast like 4 years later because, like, I mean, it doesn't always happen that way. But, like, I would say pick those core group of friends, stick close to a couple of them, not just one. But, like, that was a good...
what I should have said is life happens, and that's why the friendships kind of drift. Because,
I think a lot of people do not realize that. They think you're going to be with that same – like, you're just in a bubble. You're in a bubble in high school, and then you're in another bubble in college, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, like, okay, so my best friend who I've been best friends with since the 4th grade, we're still boys. We still both live in the same city, which is, you know, also a huge part of it. We both live in Katy. We went to the same college. That's my dude. My other group of friends, one of them, he went to Auburn. Now he lives in Dallas. He's an architect. Dude, that's just life. Like, there's distance. You can't see each other. I haven't seen him in like 5 years. Like I said, we'll text 2 or 3 times a year. It is what it is. The other one of them went to Sam Houston. Now she lives in Dallas. One of them now lives in Virginia. Like, it's just life. That's life. Like, your best friends right there, families move away. They move with them. They go to different colleges. They get jobs in different cities. That's fucking life.
Yeah.
But
so apparently,
that one.
So apparently, Lil Wayne, he went to the University of Houston as a psychology major.
Did he graduate?
When? Now, was this a years down the line thing, or was this out of high school?
Was it an honorary degree?
He says here that he later transferred to the University of Phoenix. So I don't know if he ever graduated college.
Is it giving you any time frame on these?
This article that I'm looking at is from 2011.
I mean, he was actually like a known rapper by the time he was like 14, 15, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I'm pretty sure. I thought he dropped out of school to go and like start rapping with Birdman and all that shit.
I think he did drop out. I think he did drop out of school because after obtaining his GED.
There you go. Oh, yeah. So then definitely.
Okay,
Robert, do you want to attempt a commencement speech?
Robert has graduated most recently. Like, you graduated 2 years ago? 3?
I don't even know. Seriously, I was wondering this just a few days ago. Like, when was my last college course? I really couldn't remember. I think it was 2018. I think so.
Your first year, you were on PTG. You were finishing up school, right? Or were you in 2 years at PTG?
I feel like Robert was still in school when I started, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So just like, why don't you give us, like, if you were giving a commencement speech, like, what would you say to an outcome, like a graduating class, whether or not they be high schoolers or seniors?
Get on a podcast. The guys suck, but it'll give you shit to put on a resume.
That would be so funny if that was exactly what he said too.
I'd be like,
it's not a great resume builder because I listen to it and be like, fuck that podcast. But
I think I might take like a Pat route where it's like, you got a college degree, but it doesn't matter. What matters is who you know and what favors you can do for them, what favors they can do for you.
Combined with how hard you work. For a little bit. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is about who you know.
The degree might get you in the door, but this is when the grind actually starts.
Even if you didn't go to A&M, get yourself an A&M ring.
Yeah, find one.
Stolen valor.
That's not a bad idea.
Fucking Aggie credit.
It's not a bad idea though. It's actually a good little life hack right there. Then just walk around the campus once to learn about it, and then be able to just regurgitate what you saw that one time on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Google what bars are in the area and be like, yeah, dude, I used to go to.
You know that
whatever.
one was Gateway,
Westgate?
right?
Westgate or something.
Something with a gate.
There's
Kyle
a gate
Field, 12th man, right? Yeah, gig him.
Whoop! Dude, remember how hot our guy cheerleaders were in their white pants? Bro.
All right, we're not just going to spend this knock on A&M. We have A&M listeners. We have A&M listeners. We're just messing with you guys.
A&M people are thick-skinned. They know they're going to catch some shit.
What is funny is, like, there's people, and, like parents complaining about, like, oh, well, I didn't get to, like, and I get it, like, being sad that you don't get to see your kid's graduation, but, like, the people that are sad that they didn't get to see their kid's second grade graduation, like, I think we're getting a little overboard with the graduations, and I've said this for years now, where it's like, dude, okay, like, my mom has a kindergarten class, and they do a kindergarten graduation where sometimes they think the parents can come, but, like, they walk around the gym, and they do the thing. It's like, in kindergarten, you're a kid, you know? You're a little kid. So it's like, I get it, like, sort of make it special, but still, like, that's me being lenient on that. Like, it's high school and college, man.
That's
like,
it.
and, like,
now,
if you want to do a fifth grade or an eighth grade
Yeah.
because you're going to a different school,
I'll accept those, but I
okay.
think they're dumb.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. I just think that, I'm just so sad we can't go to so-and-so's fourth grade graduation. Like, what? For fourth? Because he finished a year of school? You don't do, like, you shouldn't just get to celebrate that you didn't drop out of school.
Yeah, the school year just ends. There's no graduation. It's, oh, you're done with the fourth grade.
And what next? Probably the same thing next year. Just
you know what's next? Fifth grade. Unless you're stupid, and then you're taking the fourth grade again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what's next. Now, like, if you want to throw together, fifth grade graduation, you're going to junior high next year, I'll accept it.
Yeah, that
dumb,
plays. I'll let it go.
But it's, it's whatever. Maybe, I'll accept that because if the parents want to throw it and have all the friends over and the family friends and the parents, it's really just an excuse for the parents to get shit-faced. It's just a party excuse. So that's when I'll really accept it.
That's true. Well, and also, like, I think that high school, like, if you're a high schooler, which I don't know I don't think we have any high schools listening to this. If we do, hit us up at Pastor Pod. Let us know that you're actually like a high schooler and you're listening to us. And I promise on the next podcast, we will give you a shout out. And I'll be like, shout out you. I hope you, like, if you're in a high school, like Pat was honestly the most, like, real one that just, like, did a commencement speech right there. But, like, that was, like, I don't know. I just feel like in high school, you don't realize how much graduation, like, the actual part of graduating sucks. Like, it's awesome that you're done with it, and you should celebrate that you made it through 12 years of school and didn't fuck it up. And then again, you should graduate, like, when in college, if you graduate college, like, that's another thing to celebrate. But, like, the graduation part is the worst part of it. Like, the graduation ceremony is, like, 5 hours of your life that you're just like, please end.
College was awful. College graduation was.
I graduated in the summer, so it wasn't
Christ.
as bad, but it was still like, just wrap it up.
No, that's when most people graduate, is in the summer, because that's the end of the school year. I graduated in December.
Oh, no, I graduated end of the second summer session.
Oh, see, I graduated in December, too, so it was, like, not the normal time frame. Where, like, most people graduate at the end of the school year. I graduated mid-semester, and it was still, like, because they put, like, I was in the criminal justice program, but it was criminal justice and blah, 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 and, like, 3 of them or 4 of them all thrown together. And mine was the last one. So I had to watch 4 different fucking majors graduate before me. And I'm just sitting there like, this fucking sucks. I felt bad for my high school graduation. The second my name was said, and it was Dion, so it was, like, pretty early on. The second it was done, gone. He was out of there. He was like, I'm not sitting here to watch other fucking, like, he knew, like, 4 of my friends.
Yours is probably baller.
He doesn't give a shit.
Barbossa's pretty early up in there.
So, like, for college, I felt really bad for my dad.
Time. Like, Middleton was
sit through a shit ton.
Middleton was, like, good and bad because it was like, I mean, you're gonna have to stick there anyways the whole way through if you're part of it. But it was like, I kind of got to watch to see what not to do. To see, like, there's always the fuckheads that try and do backflips or whatever it is. They make an asshole out of themselves up on the stage, and, like, it's like, that's not what it's about. Like, I don't think that. I think, like, if you want a big time, whatever, that's on you. But, like, I was like, I'm just gonna go get done with it. I just want to not make a scene. I wanted in high school you had the cords. To me. They had gold cords. And my brother, I was so jealous because, like, I couldn't get anybody to give me their gold cords that you were, like, on a roll or whatever because I didn't have any cords.
I lost mine.
But somebody, like, my brother, as he's walking up to the stage, somebody tossed him theirs. One of his friends that had already finished and walked. They tossed him their gold cords, and I was like, "Hey, bro, fucking goddamn it!" And then gets the picture of that, and like he looked like he's got the cords on it, and like it looks badass, and like I didn't get to do that, and I was like, that would be tight to just because like just the fact that you think about like, okay, there's people in the National Honor Society, the people with the like all A's get the gold ones or whatever it is, then there's the silver cords, and it's like my brother didn't do any of that, and he got the gold cord and walked across for the picture. So forever in the picture, he's got the gold cord on. That's all that matters.
Yeah, afterwards, my mom was
Nobody
like,
checks your GPA afterwards. You just say, like, I could lie and say I had a 4.0 GPA in college. Nobody's checking it.
I've never looked at my college GPA just because it was bad.
I had a 3.1.
But I remember after high school graduation, my mom was like, we should send your cord to grandma. She'll really appreciate that. And I was like, yeah, I lost it. Like, I couldn't even make it from the ceremony to home. It's gone. I don't know what happened. It's gone. Completely.
If you're in high school, Project Grad is pretty cool if you have Project Grad. Like, you don't drink
Oh,
at
yeah,
it.
bro. I
Ours
wore
was
my
tight.
fanny pack. We partied.
Because it was partying without alcohol, but, like, did you have a Project Grad, Robert, in high school?
It wasn't called Project Grad. I can't remember what it was called.
It was like a lock-in overnight.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of like, we went, where did we went main event, was it? It was like a main event place.
Yeah, like there was like, roller skating and bowling and
like
poker
a go-kart thing. There was a mini like Ferris wheel in ours.
Yeah.
And it was like an indoor Ferris wheel, but like you could play poker and all that stuff. And it was like, they basically do it because back in the day, people just got like fucked up at graduation parties and people overdrank and died. So they were just like, what if we just locked them in and they can't do that?
There was a school in our district, remember cool. Seven Lakes.
Just soak that shit up because that's kind of one of the last times you get to see your like classmates all together before everything's over.
I remember I felt so bad for my buddies that went to a different high school at Seven Lakes. They had Project Prom. So it took away prom from them. I was like, that's ridiculous. And a bunch of people still fucking went to it. I think my buddy went but then left so that he could still go party on prom night. But like, what are you thinking as a school to go, oh yeah, kids will give up prom night? No.
I mean, prom night, I think, is one of the most overrated things in the world. It's like a lot of bachelor parties where, like, I'm not saying like, there are cool bachelor parties. There's cool after parties for prom, but like a lot of prom is like you watch the American Pie movies and you're like, this is how it is. You're gonna bang. You're like nobody fucked at the prom after party I was at.
We
had a beach house. Everybody just played beer pong and passed out.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. And I actually passed out sleeping next to one of my friend's boyfriends, who was a couple years older than us. He was my brother's really good friend too, but he was already asleep because he was like, fuck these young kids. He was 2 years older than us. And I walked in the room, saw him sleeping in the bed, and I said, move over. And that's who I slept with on prom.
What did you do after prom, Robert?
I didn't go to prom.
Oh, badass.
Wah, wah.
Didn't feel like it.
Did you and Sam go to the same high school?
Yeah.
Y'all were together then, huh?
Yeah, we were all together. Neither one of us wanted to go.
Y'all just hung out. See, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did you go get ice cream sundae together? Or?
No, I think we're actually at my place and we watched a movie or something. I can't remember.
Man, we went way back on all of these. Let's move along. I'm sorry. That took
Dude,
so
we
long.
are so...
I don't know. I actually thought that was like that. I feel like that was an interesting discussion. I thought. That was kind of cool. I
feel like this is the first quarantine episode we've had where we've really just gone off the rails.
I don't know. I've had fun with this one though. This is a fun one.
I think this is one of the best ones we've done. I'm just saying we haven't gone off the rails like this in a long time.
I hope that I always think whenever we say this is the best or one of the best, somebody's like, "That's not." Nope. No, it's not.
I don't know if it's one of the best. It's one of the most fun I've had in a while.
Let's bring up our next comeback kid of the week, Chuck E. Cheese, back in the news. I mean, it's been a minute since I heard about Chuck E. Cheese doing anything, but they, I don't know if you guys saw that they changed their name in delivery apps, like a DoorDash, Uber Eats. It's not Chuck E. Cheese, it's Pasquale's Pizza, and apparently Pasquale is like one of, I don't know the last time I've been to a Chuck E. Cheese, but like those electronic bands that would play, it was one of the like rats or the animals in the electronic band. Pasquale was one of those, and so they called it Pasquale's Pizza. But Pasquale kind of sounds like, oh, Pasquale. If I can say it in a weird Italian accent, like I just did right there, then I assume it's an awesome pizza place, right?
Yeah, why not?
And they're, I guess, because I mean, we've been in some tough times. Like people aren't going to Chuck E. Cheese. You can't really restaurants weren't allowed to be open initially. A lot of places they
Chuck
still
E. Cheese
aren't.
would be such a germ factory right now.
Oh, 100%. Because there's somebody. Yeah, I mean, I get it. So they were like, well, nobody's gonna just order Chuck E. Cheese delivery. Let's keep this boat afloat. What if we just on delivery apps named ourselves Pasquale's Pizza, and they were selling pizzas. People were like, I don't know what Pasquale's is. I never had Pasquale's. Let's give that a try. And, oh, wait, they just sort of fit in old pieces of pizza to make a big piece of pizza puzzle. Like, because that's, y'all heard that about Chuck E. Cheese, too, where they would just put, like, one slice into where the old slices used to be or whatever it was. They don't all fit perfectly, but they would just make a whole pizza with whatever they had.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's what I've heard of. But they were like, all right, maybe people will do that. And then, like, I guess if you're ordering it delivered, you're not going to Chuck E. Cheese to realize that's where it is. So the DoorDash person was like, going like, oh, this motherfucker wants Chuck E. Cheese. All right, sure. I eat Chuck E. Cheese to go. Like, brilliant move. People were hating on Chuck E. Cheese for doing that. I think it's a genius move. Like, if you're not, it's hard to market. Like, oh, this is a place where kids go to have. Like we were just talking about Main Event or whatever, like one of those like Times Square. If you're out in Katy, I know Brett Brandon will get that reference, but like that's what that bowling alley has got laser tag and shit. Like if Times Square is struggling, they couldn't open. Like why not just be like we're like Times Square Pizzeria, and like that sounds New Yorky. If you get the pizza from them, maybe you order that instead because you're not like, oh, it's Times Square like bowling. You're not ordering from a bowling alley. You think you're ordering from a pizza place. And, like, that's a brilliant move to, like, sell the pizzas. I'm not saying that, like, it's 100%, like, the best business mentality, but, like, they're trying to make
it's
money.
Smart.
I guess business mentality, yes. Like, just being honest, no. But, like, who gives a shit? If you
I
order
don't-
from
I
a
don't
pizza
get what the
place you've never
hatred is
heard of and you
anyway.
don't do any research on it, then, like, who gives a shit? That's on you.
Like, what's the hatred? Like, nobody's trying to say Chuck E. Cheese has the best pizza, but, like,
They should be able to
pizza's
deliver.
not bad. It's not bad pizza.
I can't
like,
tell you
it
the
just-
last time I had Chuck E. Cheese pizza, so I don't know how good it is.
Oh, it's been years for me too, but I remember like it's fucking pizza. It's solid pizza.
There's the
If it was-
old joke that
if the
it's
food
like
was
sex.
bad-
Sex is like pizza. When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's still pretty good.
It's still sex or golf
Or pizza.
The only two things, yeah, sex, golf, and pizza. It doesn't have to be good for you to enjoy it.
The universal equalizer.
But like,
That's Michael
I
Scott would
mean,
say.
the whole business model of Chuck E. Cheese is there's all the games and everything. But if the pizza itself wasn't solid, nobody would want to fucking go.
I disagree because there's kids. Like
No, I get it, but
your
like,
kids go.
like the kids want to play the games and shit. But like, if the food is bad, and you
Well,
had
there's a lot
to
of
listen to kids
there's just
bitching
birthday
about it,
parties there, and it's like at the play place. The kids can go do all that shit there. So
I
that's
want
why
to
a
go
lot
play
of
some
people.
fucking skee ball now, man.
I want to play skee ball too, dude.
Why don't more bars have skee ball?
I don't know. I love skee ball. I'm
You
not
know,
great at it.
Drunk people and heavy metal balls probably not a great combination.
In
Or not
Huntsville,
metal, but whatever the fuck they are.
in Huntsville, when I was at Sam Houston, they had a place called Potato Shack, and they used to have a one of those punching bag. The like, how hard can you punch this thing? And they
Yeah, I'm
took
pretty
it
sure I
out.
broke my wrist on one of those.
Well, they took it out pretty quick after they installed it, just because they're like, you're right.
Oh no, one of my favorite bars in Katy.
Cheap
It's been
drink
there for
nights.
years.
Probably not a great idea to have that here.
Yeah, I followed through too far and hit the actual machine behind the bag. And I mean, I've told the story on the podcast before, but I'm pretty sure I broke my wrist.
But
I'll say a fracture, not a break, because I didn't go to the hospital or anything for it. But the bone doesn't align the same way as the other wrist does.
yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah. It probably also didn't help that I hit it another time after. I was like, that hurt a lot.
Just because we were talking Chuck E. Cheese and pizza, really, like Pasquale's pizza is not my favorite pizza. If you had to go like local pizzas, give me. If you don't have a favorite, just give me like 1 through 3 or less.
Grimaldi's.
Okay, I've had Grimaldi's. Grimaldi's is all right.
Grimaldi's, pesto sauce, ricotta cheese, Italian sausage, and sweet red peppers.
All right.
The only thing with Grimaldi's is it's expensive. It's an expensive pizza.
But if you're paying for premium shit, then
Star Pizza.
Star Pizza. Okay.
Star Pizza is great, which they just opened, or I don't know if it's
I
just
put
open,
Star
but there's
Pizza at
there's
4
in
on my
Katy.
list.
There's one in Katy now too.
Robert, what about you?
Local pizza? I don't think I've ever had anything
Or
like
just
local
pizza? Like, where do you order from? Do you just Domino's guy?
Normally I'm just Domino's guy.
I mean, the
What do you go with?
$6.99, man,
What do
it's
you
hard
go
to
with?
beat.
Are you a pepperoni guy?
Yeah, pepperoni. My brother likes pepperoni and Italian sauce. Sometimes I'll get that. But
Bro,
nothing fancy.
I'm a guy like I like I'm a cool when I go watch soccer. Nick's place has the forget about it is what they call it, and they just throw like everything besides like pineapple and anchovies on it and like the weird shit. They throw like all like all the sausage, all the pineapple, not the pineapple, the pepperoni, all that stuff on there. The bacon, it's got everything on there. And it's awesome because it's like a taco by the time you like open, like you drop stuff out and you just grab like what fell out of yours and throw it on the next one. It's just like you're eating the taco with the pizza. But
do you fold your pizza?
I'm a folder, yeah.
Yeah, if the slice is big,
it's just more efficient.
If the slice is big enough, you got to fold.
Even if it's like frozen pizza, I still like. That's just a habit.
Okay,
yeah, I can't get behind.
Take about 25% off there, Alex. Calm down.
No, I'm just like I don't knock on people that don't do that. It's a little bit. It's just easier to like eat it when it's like folded to me. But I would say like I'm a huge Nick's Place fan. Just Nick, like I've ordered Nick's every single week since the lockdown. Just like one, I'm trying to support local, and Nick opens for us when he doesn't have to for the West Ham group. Shout out Nick for Bayou Ironworks. But then I would say my favorite pizza is either Nick's or Barry's Pizza off of Westheimer over here, which is fucking bomb. It's a little pricey, but it's awesome. Nick's is very affordable, and then Pink's Pizza is fantastic pizza.
On Domino's, not the Alfredo sauce. What's
I'm
the
a
other
Pizza
white
Hut guy
sauce
when I order.
that they have? Pizza Hut's very good too.
Because Pizza Hut, you can get the stuffed crust, you can get the like little pulley stuffed crust things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't realize like
when I ordered, I was still more of a Domino's guy. I just felt like the deal was better. Like Pizza Hut, I see. Here's what it was. Pizza Hut, I think, was $6.99 when you buy two of the medium pizzas. You know, they're two for deal or whatever.
Pizza Hut can always find their way to my door.
Was $5.99.
Domino's could not always find their way to my door, and that was honestly where I moved here. That was one of the reasons.
What was the other white sauce on Domino's? There's the Alfredo, but then it was like what, a garlic parmesan or something?
Was it a ranch sauce?
No, not ranch. No, it was like garlic parm or something. But you get that, and you get mushrooms and the Philly steak. That's a fucking pizza, dude. That was every time. And me and my brother used to order Domino's
at Pastory Pod. What's your best pizza in Houston?
2-3 times a week. But that white sauce with the Philly steak and mushrooms was always one of the 2 or 3 pizzas we'd get every time. That shit was dope.
In college, pizza, I think it was Pizza Hut had the box. You get the $20 or $15 box or whatever it was, and it would come with like a square pizza that had like the 6 or 12 slices, breadsticks, and then either the cinnamon sticks or whatever the other.
There was a place in
we would order that to our apartment in college, like nonstop. It was awesome.
There was a place in San Marcos called Gumby's, and which I'm pretty sure their mascot was like just not copyrighted enough of Gumby. Like it was Gumby, but like kind of like our Pew Pew shirt. Like it was just enough to not be illegal.
Yeah.
But they had one called the Stoner Pie where it had like pepperonis and all that other shit on there. But then it was like mozzarella sticks on top of the pizza too.
That's kind of tight.
Like just like, this is just for when you're fucked up. And everyone got it. It was so goddamn good.
If you're in Austin, Home Slice Pizza is some fantastic pizza. I haven't had it in a couple of years, but I remember I had like oyster pizza from there. We were just trying to be weird. Awesome.
Ooh.
Awesome. You wouldn't think it would go, but it was fantastic.
There's probably a lot of people screaming into their phones right now because we haven't mentioned it. I've never had it myself, but Mod Pizza I've heard is fucking phenomenal.
I don't understand Mod Pizza. I don't understand Mod Pizza because
they'll throw whatever you want on there.
That's like every pizza place. Do you not know what pizza is? Like
no, but like
I want this and this and this on it.
They'll throw fucking M&Ms on there if you want it. Like they'll go crazy with that shit.
Another pizza place. Like I don't like to have beef with pizza places because pizza's awesome. It's one of my. It's pizza and tacos are my favorite food. But like, I'm a basic bitch. I get it. But like, Papa Murphy's. There's a Papa Murphy's out in Katy, and it's like you pick up the pizza and you still have to cook it. It's like, no, motherfucker, just give me the pizza. No, we give you all this and then you can go cook it. No, I want the pizza here so I can eat it.
I'm with you.
If I want to cook a pizza, I'll either get the ingredients or I'm gonna fucking buy a frozen pizza.
See, that's the thing. It's for people that don't want to get the ingredients, but they want some weird shit going down. Or they just want it super fresh. Like, I get it. I'm never gonna fucking get that because I don't want to go pick up my pizza.
Picking up a pizza that's like not cooked yet.
And then cook my fucking pizza.
I'm going to pick up pizza because I don't want to make the dinner. I don't want to have a chore when I get home.
Yeah, but would
you like me to wipe your windows down too while I'm there?
I get it. I'm just not. We're not the target demographic for Papa Murphy's.
I agree. So we'll give him a pass then. Let's move on to our next comeback hit. Is this our last one? Oh no, we got two.
I don't know. We've been talking for like 6.5 hours.
We got Karens. So. Karens are back.
Fucking Karens.
Bleep that. I don't know. That's not a slur. It's not a slur. We're not gonna let it be a slur. That was so funny that people tried to say Karen was the white N-word, and it's like, nope. You know why? Because John Mulaney always says
started that was a like parody account, and people got pissed off at it and ran with it.
Tatiana McGrath.
No, it wasn't Tatiana.
Well, she went off on one. She was tripping on it, and I was like, yeah, cool, she found it good.
The first
Tatiana
one
McGrath's
really
troll account. If you see anything she's going off on, it's a guy running that account. It's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it's Tatiana McGrath, isn't it? I don't think it's Tatiana.
He's a British guy. It's Tatiana if you're in America.
I could have swore it was Tatiana McGrath.
I've read her.
Either way, not important.
I've read her book Woke already. It's fantastic. But it's just a guy that's trolling, and it's hilarious because he gets published in a lot of things, and it's not a real account.
But yeah, I think it wasn't that one. I think it was a different one that said it first that called it a slur, and then a bunch of idiots online jumped on board with it, and that's when it became a thing.
Look, just because I asked for the manager at a funeral home during your cousin's funeral doesn't mean that you can call me a Karen, all right?
Just because I'm going to complain to the manager when you don't have an ingredient during quarantine, when your supply lines aren't what they regularly are and I can't get what I want from you, does not mean you have the right to ridicule me for being a fucking cunt.
Just because I have to wait in a line to get into the Louis Vuitton store in the Galleria Mall because I wanted to go shopping during quarantine because I needed Louis Vuitton. Okay, I just needed Louis Vuitton. It was essential to me. Just because I have to wait in a line, what the fuck? This is basically slavery.
Yeah. Before we even get into what
there's
causes
times as a white, there's times where you're like, fucking white people. And like it's times like that. We're like, guys, it's not at all like slavery. It's not at all like slavery. We're making you stay at home. I don't know if you guys have heard what slavery was like, but I don't think you had a TV. I don't think there was Netflix. I don't think that there was DoorDash. Pretty sure it's way different. So maybe chill out on the slavery comparison.
I was going to tell a story, but then I just realized it's better suited for not cool.
Yeah, Karen's really back, though, just because The Last Dance, the episodes 9 and 10, the final 2 episodes of the documentary on Michael Jordan aired on ESPN. And in the the 9th episode, the next last one, the first one they showed, in the first 5-10 minutes, there was Pacers Karen, and it was the 97.
Was it Pacers or was it Utah?
Pacers Karen. Yeah, she had the Pacers pens on.
Okay.
And she had the Navy.
I just assumed it was Utah because Utah fans.
But it was funny as shit because it was like 1997, I believe. 96 or 97. Yeah, it was 97 because he won the last one in 98. But it was nice.
Like, fuck you, Jordan.
And she was like, that was a foul. That was a foul. And she had the Karen face, like where she's like completely just like losing her ass. And it's like, I've done that at a basketball game, like losing my shit.
Middle-aged white woman with blonde hair and a short
she had the fucking high haircut. Oh God, dude. That was the original Karen, I think. The OG Karen. Karens are back, and then everybody.
Did you see on Twitter? She claimed it too. She was like, "Oh, look, I was on there." She's like, her. "That's not her, the newscaster. I thought that was her."
She was joking.
Oh well, fuck me. I believe everything on the internet. Apparently.
See, look, I am the original Karen, or whatever it was.
That makes sense because I was like, why are you going to claim that you were yelling and cussing at fucking players and you're on the news?
She get the cloud.
To me, it just seems like she's a regular fan.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, but it was just like 100%. because she had the haircut, because she was a white woman, because she was pointing like she was pointing at the ref like she was straight in his face, even though she was like in the third row. Like it was very Karen-esque.
Yeah, but it's funny. But it's Indiana.
And then it was just
so it's
funny because
allowed.
everybody already has that like, oh, Karen, that's a Karen, she's a Karen, and so then everybody just jumped on it.
Yeah, but it made me laugh. Like I was thinking about this, and I was like, well, this is why I couldn't remember if it was Utah or not, because Utah fans have the reputation of being the shittiest fucking fans in sports. They're supposed to be all nice and Mormon-y and all this stuff, but they are absolute fucking monsters. And like above all other fan bases are known for yelling shitty, fucked up, like racist, fucked up shit at teams.
I don't think more than anybody.
In America, yeah. Like in major American sports, Utah fans, like Jazz fans.
Boston.
No. Here's the thing. Boston, that shit is under the surface. Utah will just fucking yell it. And a part of it is it's unexpected from Utah.
Maybe just in basketball? Now. I don't know, because I know there was some Red Sox chants that were coming. And the Yankees aren't I'm not saying the Yankees
maybe it's just basketball-wise.
Squeaky clean, but
here's the thing. Like, if it was Utah, everyone would be like, oh, of course, fucking Utah. Like, look at this woman. They're just terrible. But it's Indiana. So everyone's like, yeah, dude, that's just basketball passion. Indiana, it's the hotbed of basketball. Like, that's the heartland of where basketball comes from in America, and you're just like, yeah, it's passion.
Speaking of shameless self-promotion, Monday's quarantine episode of Pass the Gravy, we have Matt Thomas, the Rockets PA announcer, Rockets play-by-play guy on the road, and host of the Matt Thomas Show on Sports Talk 790 from noon to 3 on weekdays. He is our guest. Robert and I talked to him, and we did actually talk a little bit about Utah, which is a pretty funny conversation. Matt has some fucking awesome stories. He gets to fly with the Rockets and all that stuff. Like, so we got to talk to him about all kinds of stuff like that. And we talked to him about a little bit about The Last Dance. So tune in Monday. I know it's Memorial Day. You got off, right? Hopefully you got off. Tune in to the Memorial Day.
Actually, I believe I do. Good. So I'm pumped about that. You know who I would love to have on here as like a dream guest? Is Vernon Maxwell.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get that.
I feel like he's accessible. I don't know if we'll ever get him. I feel like he's accessible, though. But, like, talk about somebody that, like, holds a grudge like Jordan. That dude, to this day, every chance he gets is going to shit on the city of Utah and the Utah Jazz and the Utah Jazz fans. You got to love the fucking dedication to the brand.
Yeah. I feel like Utah was like I wasn't around. Like I wasn't really I don't really remember any of that shit because I was too young. But
dude, growing up, I hated Utah more than the Spurs.
Utah was like Houston's original Dallas.
Well, but it was also because Utah, like, they started, or you can't say they started it, but they began the current trend of flopping in the NBA. Like, they were floppers, like blatant floppers in an era when flopping didn't go on like that. And I don't want to cut you off. But we talk a lot about Utah on Monday's episode, so I don't want to like overlap and then be like, we already heard. Okay,
this
good.
I'm not knocking on you. I'm not knocking on you. I'm just like, I don't want there to be
about this.
Matt Thomas. Great fucking guy. Like I'm really excited. Like I told you, like, and I feel like it's me being repetitive with being like, because I thought Chili was funny as shit. I thought Chili was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the Chili episode. I thought Dusty Rhodes was one of my favorite of all time to have on as a guest. Matt Thomas was so much fun to talk to, and I think Robert, like you were the. Like,
this is the second time, right?
Yeah.
He was the PA announcer when they won the 94-95 World Championship, and like we talked to him about that. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Matt tells us. We asked him what his own flu game was, and like a game he had to broadcast through because I was like, I had an eye injury I had to do a podcast through. That was
this is Matt's second time on, right?
Right. Yeah, he did. No, he was in the 90s. Not in the podcast. Second time as the Rockets PA announcer.
No. I thought he'd been on. I thought you'd interviewed him before for the podcast.
Nope, never.
Mm-mm.
Why am I thinking you had done him before? Okay.
I've done a lot of other people from Sports Talk 790, but Matt Thomas, fantastic.
I'm probably just thinking of somebody else. Yeah.
I don't want to keep just promoting it, but Matt Thomas, awesome. And then at Sports MT, just like let him know you're looking forward to it. So Karen's our comeback kid this week because the OG Karen was on one of the final two episodes of The Last Dance. And then just out of here, you guys know I love Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is our king. But before Little Nas X, and he's even in our intro, we had Fetty Wap. And Fetty Wap, y'all weren't a part of the podcast when the Fetty Wap craze was going, where I realized that Trap Queen was the fucking best song ever, like 4 months after Trap Queen was not a big song anymore. And I was like, have you heard this song, Trap Queen? And Emma and everyone else was like, yeah, dude, that's a very old song. Why? I just heard it. This is a fantastic song. I love it. And I was obsessed with it. Everything Fetty Wap did was awesome. John, I wish you guys were in studio right here just so I could play all of the drops from John Joffrey and be like, yeah, baby. Yeah. We actually had, I think it was like 2 weeks ago was the anniversary on my Facebook. It showed of like, I think it was the 2-year anniversary of when John, Pat, and I did the drunk cast.
Fetty
Wasp. Because John and I were just doing
I still say that's my favorite all-time episode.
You don't remember most of it.
No, I remember it. I was drunk, but I remember it. You might not remember it.
I don't.
But it was so being shit-faced in the middle of it and cringing. John annihilating your apartment. It was just...
We have 2 chairs still for my studio table because John broke 2 of them that night. And then he broke our little
Well, technically there's 3 because I brought a chair. It doesn't match.
He broke 2 of the regular ones.
Yeah.
And he specifically broke one intentionally, where I was like, please don't break that.
And then he punched a hole in your...
He broke my dog gate.
But the case that holds all your equipment, he punched a hole in that.
Yeah, he just tore up my apartment.
God bless that mountain of a human being.
I love you, John. I've been trying to have a quarantine episode where it's every one of the co-hosts on together, but I can't organize it. Like it's not worked out. Like Chris has either been the one that can't do it, Curtis has been working or something like that. But I would love to have one with me, Pat, John, Curtis. I don't think I'm gonna ever get Cole on. I think Cole's kind of
no, but I would
Cole,
love.
I think regrets everything he did on Pass the Game, but I think I think it would be a lot of fun to have everybody that's been a co-host of Pass the Game. Robert, obviously you'd be on it too, but like I'm just saying, like the OG people, like
I really just want to see Chris and John together because I just want to throw something political out there.
I wish
and then
that
back
you
off
guys
and
could
watch
have
them
seen
go
some of those because Chris would just walk off. Chris would just walk away because he was mad at us. But yeah, Fetty Wap's back. He is on Peter Jackson's new song, If It's You. I'm not going to play you a clip because I don't have my board or anything, but go look it up. It's on World Star Hip Hop, which is pretty tight. I think World Star Hip Hop's pretty badass, right? That's a pretty big come up. But Fetty Wap's back. And yeah, baby, I'm excited for it. So shout out Fetty Wap. Shout out Fetty Wap. If anybody wants to hit up Fetty Wap and try and get Todd Voss, Brandon Whitehead, we know you guys are, Brandon, you guys are our like bookers. You want to book Fetty Wap for the podcast, hit him up because he's not been doing a lot of stuff lately. So maybe we'll go on the podcast and we'll just talk to him in the Fetty Wap voice. But that was our last comeback kid of the week. Now we will move on to the What Would Jesus Do segment. And if you have a situation that you want to throw Jesus into in today's times, hashtag PTGW.
Maybe in a modern time.
A modern time. Jesus in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? I don't know. But if you want to throw Jesus in a situation in a modern time, like what would Jesus do in this situation? Hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassGamePod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at Pat, or not Pat Deanne. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment, and here's Jingle Blake's jingle.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes from our good buddy, Ronel Gallardo, at Ronel Gallardo on Twitter. He says, what would Jesus do if he went to North Korea?
He'd take those fuckers out.
I
know Jesus is a peace-loving dude, but Jesus
I think he'd probably fix it.
Would
like he'd
straight up slit the throat of Kim Jong-il.
Disagree.
For the good of the people.
I think he'd fix it. Like
fix what?
He'd turn that bitch around, dude. Like everybody would like.
Yeah, fix what? What's wrong with North Korea?
They keep information from citizens.
He's going to be Dennis Rodman,
full of
but he's just going to talk to Kim Jong-il and figure it out.
JC is 100% like Dennis Rodman on steroids going over there.
No.
Like Kim Jong Un.
Dennis Rodman was on steroids.
I don't know that.
Probably. I don't
know
fucking
that.
know.
I think JC fixes it, or it's exactly like that Seth Rogen, James Franco movie,
The interview,
and Jesus does that, but better.
But where Jesus has to have a drone strike a tiger in the
better.
butthole?
It's better. Well, I mean, sometimes you got to sacrifice a tiger to save a nation.
No, I think Jesus is going
right?
to go in there under the guise of a peacekeeper because he's Jesus, and then he's going to take out a knife and just fucking Assassin's Creed Kim Jong-il and be like,
disagree.
you have
you played
reached
too much Assassin's
judgment,
Creed,
bitch. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed.
What do you think he's going to do, Robert?
You know, I'm actually a little bit on Pat's side.
Really?
I think that here's my angle though. I think that since people that are kind of like conditioned to like obey the supreme ruler or whatever, I think he's going to take that role because there's already followers there, and so he can finally get people to actually follow him, like by force.
So
see, I don't think Jesus would step in. I think he's just going to take him out, and that maybe he stays
he's a leader
in a
of men.
Supervisory role to bring democracy and update the country.
But then he realizes he likes the power too much.
No, see,
he's
now
carried away with it.
Jesus, Kim Jesus ill is who you're envisioning.
Kim J ill.
No, but I think Jesus is going to straight up murder him because you know what? He's the son of God. He's allowed to. Like if anybody's
Jesus
allowed to
is
murder,
ill. That's what
I don't even think it's murder. It's that's what it is. Jesus doesn't murder. He just sentences judgment.
Yeah.
He's going to set. He sends
Kim
you
Jong's
to
not
your
dead,
final
is he?
judgment.
He's not dead though, right? We've seen him.
No, he's alive.
Okay.
We thought he was dead.
We did.
And then he showed
He was a
back
comeback
up
kid
again.
not too long ago.
And I don't know.
I don't think
I feel like
JC's killing anybody. I think
stock
JC goes in there, and I think he fixes it. He turns things around. Maybe he switches somebody's mind, but I think he's a peaceful kind of guy.
There's an episode of South Park where Santa gets abducted in the Middle East, and Jesus Christ goes in, and basically it was basically like Blade. Like he puts on the sunglasses and just goes through and starts murdering everyone. It was basically Jesus as Blade. That's what I'm picturing Jesus would do to Kim Jong-il.
Okay.
Just throw on some sunglasses, grab a couple of fucking Tech 9s, and just light up the fucking place.
I think he goes in there and he like liberates it a little bit. He kind of.
But here's the thing. I think that's why I think it's good. I think if he kills the supreme leader, all the generals, like there's been stories for years that people want him out, but they're too afraid to act because they don't know who else thinks that. I think if Jesus takes him out, all the other generals are like, yeah, we've been waiting for this.
Yeah, besides
we want
Judas.
democracy.
Yeah, ever heard of that?
Judas?
General Judas will fuck him real bad.
He's going to fuck Jesus.
Over? He's going to fuck him over?
No.
Because you've ever heard of this story.
He's going to pull a
Judas
gun on him, and then another general is going to come in from over here and pull a gun on the general pulling a gun on Jesus, and then we're going to have an office situation of just
a Mexican standoff.
I
think he's going to find a way to like free North Korea up, you know?
I don't know what happens after the killing, but I think Jesus takes out Kim Jong-il.
I don't think he kills anybody. And if he was going to kill anybody, he would lightning strike them because that's what they do.
He's not Pikachu.
No, it's like you use like the power of God, where you just like you strike him down because like he's wearing like metal.
Dad, that guy, hit him. Thanks, Dad.
Like I'm not saying everybody that's ever been struck by lightning did something bad, but I always am like, what else did you do that we don't know about? Like whenever you hear a story about somebody getting struck by lightning, you're like, what did you do before that?
All right.
Like, did you steal money from somebody? Were you doing something sketchy? Because it seems like that could be a part of it.
Yeah, you were in the rain holding metal. That was the sketchy thing you did.
Well, but like, I don't know. I feel there's a lot
How
of metal.
about people that have been struck by lightning twice?
They did something real bad.
That shit's out there. And survived both times. I'm like, dude, you got to change your life. I don't know what you're doing, but like, if it's raining, you need to fucking
be inside, dude.
Hashtag stay indoors.
Yeah.
All right, so I say
advice.
Jesus kills Kim Jong-un.
Great
Alex
advice.
says
Don't
he
walk around with
doesn't.
metal in the rain, guys. That's our advice for this week.
Alex says he doesn't kill him and just talks him down from the ledge, I guess. Robert,
Robert,
you're the deciding vote. What do you think happens? Does he kill him? Does he not kill him? You know, do you have a different – what side do you fall on?
I don't know whether he kills him or not. I do think he liberates North Korea, but then I think he steps in as kind of like, the interim leader, and then he gets power hungry.
Right.
And
so we need a
whole
poll,
other
Alex.
Situation.
I say he kills him. You say he talks him down. Alex says, or Robert says he replaces him as dictator of North Korea.
We're all discord on this.
We need a poll.
I mean, really, to get everybody to listen to you, all you gotta do is walk across water once, and everybody's gonna be like, "Yep, that guy gets it. Let's figure this. Let's follow that dude."
We need to put this to a poll because that's what it says.
Does Jesus have Dennis Rodman
Jesus
out there
kills
to help
Kim
him out?
Jong-un. You say Jesus talks down Kim Jong-un. Robert says Jesus replaces Kim Jong-un as dictator.
Let us know what you guys think at Pastor Gray Pod.
That's what I'm saying. We'll wait maybe 24 hours and then put the poll up.
You're in charge of putting the poll up.
I'm not gonna. Fuck it.
Well,
I'll set myself a reminder right now.
All right, that was our "What Would Jesus Do" segment. How about that? Let's move along to our next one. It's the Not Cool segment, where you just tell us whatever has happened in your week that might make you say, "Hey, man, that's not cool." But this week's segment is brought to you, like most are, by Little M Shop. If you're one of the lucky ones that's still shopping right now online, or maybe you can go out to the store, but we want to shop online here. Head out to littlemshop.com. That's littlemshop.com. All orders are 20% off until further notice when you use the code HOMEBODY at checkout. And as always, there's free shipping when you spend $10 or more. That's 5 air fresheners. $10 or more, you're going to get free shipping. Why wouldn't you do that? If you're missing your friends, let them know by sending them something from Little M. They have lots of low-priced items that are both fun and useful air fresheners to freshen up not only your car, but any space you have. And I know a lot of you guys have some smelly cars and homes right now. Hand-painted journals they've got to document this super crazy time that we're living in. Prints to decorate your new home, office, and stickers to give your kids to shut them the fuck up. littlemshop.com. That's littlemshop.com. 20% off when you use the code HOMEBODY at checkout. Free shipping on orders of over $10 or more. They have $2 postcards that you can send to your friends. Greetings from the couch. We're in the quarantine era. If you miss your pals, $2. Why wouldn't you send them a nice little postcard saying, "Hey, pal, I miss you." littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. If you're getting some Little M products, Little M tweets on Twitter, at Little M Shop on Instagram. Give them a follow on both of those, and then like their Facebook page as well. And tweet us at PassGayPod. If you get any Little M products, let us know you got them at PassGayPod, at Little M Tweets, littlemshop.com. 20% off. We use the code HOMEBODY at checkout and free shipping on orders of $10 or more. littlemshop.com. That's littlemshop.com. The best air fresheners in the whole world and the official sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. Let's move along to the Not Cool segment, fam. You guys ready?
Yeah.
What if we just said no?
Then we'd still move on anyways.
No, that's it. Just end it. All right, later, guys.
Well, here we go. It's the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, we're going to read some of your Not Cools. If you want to submit your Not Cools to us, hashtag PTG Not Cool to at Pass the Gravy Pod. We got our first one from our buddy Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. He says, "My 2-year-old daughter had an allergic reaction to peanut butter today. Thankfully, she is okay, but the not cool is her pediatrician. Due to COVID-19, they were closed, and we were doing a telemedicine call only. We were on hold waiting to talk to a doctor for 45 minutes. Yeah, that's really scary. Like if you like, I would assume if you have an allergic reaction to anything peanut related, and it's a young daughter,
Yeah.
2 years old. Yeah, and because I know like a lot of times like you find out you have those severe allergies very early on. It's like, is her throat closing? Like, is any like that's terrifying, and then to have to wait that long for something that is really not cool and like the worst possible way.
Because it's one of those things where it's like it's not. I wouldn't say it's on the doctor, because just times are crazy. Maybe there's other people in front of you. There's only so much they can do, but just like, yeah, that's a fucking brutal one. Because what else can you do?
So you guys like to sidetrack. I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit here.
Do it.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this on a podcast before, but did I ever tell you about how modern medicine is kind of, people that should have died are now living? Part of this was the peanut allergy. Like before modern medicine, a lot of people with peanut allergies would die off, but now in modern medicine, people are surviving and they're reproducing. So even more people are just living that have can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys disappeared on my screen.
Your video froze, but we can hear you.
Here we go. We got you
There
back.
we go.
Did you hear what I said, Robert?
No.
I
So
said
you're pretty
what-
much saying that
basically.
if you have peanut allergy, you're gonna die off, and that's how we save the planet.
No. What he's saying is that because those people aren't dying, it's spreading it throughout the population. So what Robert is actually saying is that we should euthanize or kill everyone with a peanut allergy so that they don't spread their bad genetics down into the human race.
Yeah, just there's more and more
He
people
said,
with peanut
yeah.
allergies.
He said, yeah. Robert wants to kill peanut allergy people.
Robert Hitler.
Who thought Robert was so dark? Jesus.
We've learned a lot today, guys.
Brett, hide your fucking
Brandon.
kid from
Brandon.
Robert. Did I say Brett?
Brandon. Yeah, it's Brandon. It's Brandon. But yeah, no, I sort of get what you're saying. Like that makes sense. Like why people reproduce with peanut allergies and all that. I'm a little bit like woke on the gluten thing. Like nobody was gluten free when we were growing up, and now everybody's gluten free. And I think that like you can kind of learn about gluten, but like gluten intolerance is like a new thing.
Like, what happens if you have gluten intolerance and you eat gluten? Does it just make you shit?
I don't know.
Like, because I haven't heard like, oh, I had gluten and I died or I got a reaction. I
don't think it's like peanut allergies. I know peanut allergies are one of the
Just-
worst. But like I've been in classes where like there was a guy with a kid with a peanut allergy, and it's like, fuck, now I can't have a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I can't bring it in. Like that sucks.
I'm sorry. That's on the kid to fucking just bring himself.
No, because like I don't want to kill anybody. Like that does suck.
No.
though. And like to
no,
find
that's
out your
fine.
kid has that's got to be the most terrifying thing in the world. So like
I
T's
get
and
it.
P's out there to Brandon and his wife.
That's
like,
that's
and to
on the
fucking
kid
have
and
to
his
wait-
family.
To have to wait that long though, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's if you
That
have a
does
peanut allergy. That I firmly believe that doesn't mean anybody else in the class can't have peanuts. That's on you to make sure you're sending your kid to school with massive amounts of hand sanitizer and just making sure your kid knows how to clean himself and keep himself safe. Just because you have a peanut allergy doesn't mean I can't have a delicious sandwich.
It's like
What now? It's a poor family. All they can afford to
I
get
just
send
think
their
of
kid
Will
to school with
Ferrell's
is a peanut
character
butter
on The
jelly
Office.
sandwich. Now all they can have is a jelly
I'm allergic
sandwich.
to peanuts. It's a part of me. I've lived with it. It's just part of my life. And they're like,
God.
he's like, wait, it doesn't like you don't die because you're like, no, but it makes me very uncomfortable.
Damn,
I
when's the
get
last time
itchy.
you had a PB and J?
Like 2 days ago.
Dude, I haven't had one
Dude, that's
in
what quarantine life's
fucking
about, bro.
months.
I've been nice
probably
one is
over a year.
sometimes you just have tortillas. You throw the PB and J, make it a little
Oh,
PB and J
yeah.
like wrap.
A little roll up.
That's awful.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I am strictly anti PB and J. I do not think peanut butter and jelly
'cause
belong
you
together.
hate everything normal.
Yeah, I mean, you also want to kill every child that has a peanut allergy.
Yeah, you
so
hate
you're
kids
a
with
monster.
peanut allergies, so that's you. Mine not cool is
Like-
Robert hating kids with peanut allergies.
Yeah.
That's mine not cool.
I think I just don't like peanut allergies.
Yeah.
The kids are fine. The kids are fine.
Robert's a peanut allergy truther. He thinks these kids are
We
lying.
are anti-peanut allergies on this podcast, and by that maybe mean that we are sympathetic towards people that have the peanut allergies, but fuck peanut allergies for making people like be allergic to them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
fuck-
enjoy peanut butter. That'd
That's
be
one of the
awesome.
best things ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Have a
peanut
Reese's?
allergies for making an entire group of people not being able to eat peanuts because they happen to be grouped into a random selection of children with someone that can't have it. Fuck that.
Let's move on. Let's move on before we piss off anybody else. Brandon, we love you, and we hope that your daughter's all right. Josh Tree Caudle says, or at Joshua Tree 713, he says, still having poison ivy on me after 2.5 weeks.
Bro,
that
take
was
a shower.
not cool a little bit ago.
Bro, take a shower.
But yeah, that does
shower,
suck.
Josh. Just take a shower.
Shower
You'll be okay.
helps. Showers help.
Maybe tomato juice can help, like with
And
skunks.
also, here's the
Try that.
Stop playing with that plant. Like, just stop touching it.
Yeah, I think, wasn't it because he was like, my neighbor's tree was coming over the bush?
It was
vines were,
overgrown on his
that's
property.
probably why they were
down.
overgrown, because he didn't want to get poison ivy. Your neighbors were like,
Or
oh,
here's
yeah, I
what
got
you
poison
do.
ivy when I did that.
Light that plant on fire and make it their problem.
It's actually not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Wet your fence. Wet your side of the fence
Yes,
first,
yeah. Wet your shit down.
so you're good, but like, yeah.
Or here's an idea.
Also, we are
Go to your
denying
neighbor's
doing
house,
this at
ring the
all.
doorbell, and when he answers it, punch him in the face with
Don't do
your.
that. Don't do that.
No. Hold on, let me
No,
finish.
don't do it.
No, it's gonna make sense, and it's
No, it
not
won't.
bad. You punch him in the face with your poison ivy hand. So not only does he get punched in the face, he gets it too, and then he'll take care of the plant himself because he knows he's being an asshole for letting
After
poison
calling the police
ivy
on you for
grow.
assaulting him.
No, he can't prove it. Just make sure there's no cameras.
Okay.
I like this being our bad advice episode.
This is our bad advice episode. Yeah.
This is
that's a
a
good idea.
great advice episode.
One of the, it's a bad,
As
some
long as it's
are
not
great
filmed,
advice. Some
you
is,
can
some is
punch
not.
anyone in the fucking face. That's just a fact. As long as there's no film, then they can't prove it. Also, you
A
know,
lot of
like,
people have Ring cameras now, man.
that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't have a Ring camera, you know
If
what?
it's a hidden
Jump
camera,
the
we don't
fence.
know.
Jump the fence, knock on his back door.
Wear a
And
mask.
when he answers, punch him in the fucking face.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not. Don't do that. Let's move on to our next one.
Josh, do it.
Our next one is
Do it.
from our buddy Josh Posadas. He's in the running for Rookie of the Year at Josh_Posadas. And he says, going back at work full time 2 months after teleworking, no traffic, no shaving, saving on gas and tolls, no traffic, not wearing pants, sleeping in, and also, did I mention no traffic? It was the best 2 months of my military career. So having to go back to work. I mean, I don't want to point out anything, but there's a lot of people that wish they could go to work right now, you know? Like,
No, but
I think he's
get
doing
what
it as
he's
a
saying.
joke. He's doing it as a joke. I understand. It's a minor not cool where it's like, fuck, I gotta go. Like, I wasn't in this routine. I gotta get back in this routine. I get he's messing with it. He's just having
Alex,
he's having fun.
Alex, what's your bad advice for this? For this not cool.
No,
I'm
like
not playing
you
that
don't
game.
even need a qualifier. We've always said not cools can be a little thing stubbing your toe. It can be
Right.
a big thing. He said, you know, I got to chill at home. I got to not shave.
No, I'm just saying.
I didn't
Think
have
about
to deal
that
with
in your head the next
traffic.
time. That'll make you feel a little bit better. Be like,
No,
at least I'm not
fuck
wishing
that.
I
Fuck
could go
that.
into work.
That's not what not cool is about. Is this is not cool, but other people are having it worse. That's the exact opposite
Okay,
attitude.
I'm just trying to give you some.
that we've always put
I'm
forward.
trying to give you some perspective.
We've always
Help
had
you
no
through it.
perspective on not cool. That's what not cool is. It's just as little as you want to bitch about it. Josh, I'm with you on that. And I'm 100% with you on the fucking traffic thing. It's been driving me nuts now that people are back on the roads. I got used to 5 lanes wide of no traffic.
I can't
now
go 100 miles an hour anymore.
Dude, I wasn't going 100.
I
was
can't
going
take my
70
NASCAR out.
I was going 75, 80 the whole way to work. And now if I have to slow down to 72, the anger that builds within me is fucking palpable. Like, I'm just like, get the fuck off the road. Dude, you're in the second to right lane. How are you not going 15 over? Get the fuck out of the way. Oh, dude. Josh, I'm with you. Don't let Alex dampen your spirits.
All
I
right,
100%
go
know
with Pat
what you're
then.
saying.
Tim Kostanek at the 1T629111154 on Twitter says, or shout out to Tim though. Tim was he was the 10th fresh out of bed head-to-head Hall of Famer on the Rod Ryan show. So
HOF.
shout out to our Hall of Famers. We gotta get another Gravy Gang member to win this year. Again, Todd Voss carried it this last year, so Todd's got to get in that hall. And Tim, I believe in you, buddy. Tim says, not cool is when your phone dies, and in the time it took to get a new phone, someone hacks your Twitter account, and you have to create a new one because it's locked. Which just makes sense for at the 1T629111154 is your Twitter handle.
Fuck you, China. I'm just going to assume it was China
Or somebody
that hacked
found
it.
his phone.
No, they said they hacked it though.
But if you lose your phone, if it dies, yeah, you're right.
No, it
somebody
died.
did hacked it. I thought he lost it. Yeah,
No,
you're
they
right.
hacked. Fuck you, China.
That does suck. We don't place blame on just like one place without.
No, when I say fuck you, China, I mean the Chinese government.
Okay, but we don't know that it was their fault.
Oh, 100% it was. 100%. All hackings that inconvenience Americans are China's fault.
Disagree. Hard to disagree on that one, but
sorry. Some of them are like Ukraine and Russia and shit too. 98% is China.
Also hard to disagree, but let's move on. That was not cool. Then we have, this is from David Ruiz, another Rookie of the Year candidate, at David_Ruiz90. He says, that moment when you just washed your car, and then when you go to the store and come back out, you find out that birds use your car's windshield and hood as their fucking toilet. Yeah, that does suck. That's why I'm really bad about washing my car. I
gotta ask.
I can't tell you the last time I washed my car, honestly. I think it's been over 2 years.
Did you park under a tree? Did you try and get the shade? Now, if you just parked in the middle of the parking lot and you got shit on, that's a bad beat, man. What are you going to do about it? But if you just got it washed and you parked right underneath a tree, man, you should have known you were taking chances. It's not cool still.
It's not cool.
But if you parked underneath the tree,
it's not cool at all.
There's not – you're not to blame. You know what I'm saying? It sucks.
I'd like to believe he didn't park underneath the tree.
I'm home zone too, dude. I was sitting at the pool in college and I got shit on by a bird. I was in a lawn chair and a bird pooped right on my head. So I know they'll hit you wherever you are, man. They're dropping bombs out here.
Birds don't even care, man.
I literally, yeah, it was bad.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving to get through this. But we got our last one from the listeners. We have Matthew Jaramillo. He's at TX Jalapeno 85 on Twitter if you want to give him a follow. He says, my 11-year-old daughter kicking my ass in Fortnite. That's cool.
Just expected. 11-year-olds are supposed to be the superior Fortnite athletes. Yeah, I said athletes.
Because now, like, Fortnite is not – Fortnite's out. Like, Warzone is in, right?
I mean, I haven't played Fortnite in forever. The map changed and all this shit changed and blah, 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 blah. I just fell off of it. But, yeah, I'm on Fortnite, man. I'm on Warzone.
You can watch Past the Grade Pod on Twitch. Go follow our Twitch right now. Pause this episode. Go follow our Twitch, Past the Grade Pod. And we'll stream some shit this weekend. I've been streaming NBA Jam. I'll probably stream some GTA again. And then
my buddies are pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'll stream
Pat's
some of
been
that.
streaming some Call of Duty Warzone, so go check that out. We're trying to see if Robert wants to hop on. Maybe he will. Maybe we can get Robert on Past the Grade Podcasts Twitch channel it's Past the Grade Pod on Twitch. But that was our listener submitted ones. I can go first because I don't think mine's really that great.
Go for it.
But mine's pretty terrible, not cool, all things respected. But it's schools that have low academic progress rates, because like that's not cool, guys. That is definitely not cool. And I'll tell you one thing: Sam Houston State would never do such a thing, because I don't know if you saw that SFA, Stephen F. Austin, our rival, they lied and had some sort of administrative error in academic certification. I don't know what it is, but they were supposed to have a postseason ban in football, baseball, and basketball. Fuck SFA. Follow the fucking rules. They didn't follow the rules, but somehow they've bartered or paid off the NCAA. Now the NCAA is going to let them get off with they don't have a postseason ban, but they're going to have to forfeit past wins, go on probation, and give up scholarships for their football, basketball, and baseball teams. Now, I mean, their football team is not going to be good anytime. They haven't beaten Sam since Instagram has been around. Fun fact. It's been 9 years that Sam Houston has beaten the fuck out of SFA, and that's going to happen 10 this coming year. But they were supposed to be banned from postseason for those three sports, and they made a deal with the NCAA, so they're going to get probation, give up scholarships, and forfeit past wins. I think forfeiting past wins is the biggest crock of shit in like college punishments ever.
The wins still fucking happen. It's such garbage.
Or like especially like when you look at like not like that SFA is anybody would be like, we beat Duke. Like that doesn't count. I don't think anymore. But like I
Well,
think
they beat West Virginia in that NCAA
their NCAA
tournament.
but apparently they had a banner that we won one game in the NCAA tournament. So like, yeah, take that shit down.
I mean, that is pretty fucking big for a school that size. But like,
you win,
hey,
you know,
gotta
put a
take
conference
the banner down now. That game didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Like that.
My favorite
that win
is
doesn't
like
count.
the Reggie Bush one where it was like, so Reggie Bush's mom and his family got a house and a car, and we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna give USC not the death penalty, but we're gonna fuck you guys for the next 5 years. Reggie Bush, though, you're gonna be the second, third overall pick in the NFL draft and make millions upon millions of dollars. And you don't really have to do shit, but
your
Heisman doesn't count. Heisman doesn't count. And it's like, who won the Heisman?
A year.
Who won the 2005 Heisman? Because I'm pretty sure it was Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was Reggie Bush. So we know who won it. Like the retroactively do that. It does nothing but fuck over like current and like future possible players. And I get that's kind of the point. Like you want to fuck over the university for cheating or whatever. But like fuck SFA. Give him the death penalty. SFA is fucking stupid. Sam Houston till I die. Let's go.
Why? Like why?
That's
like saying
eat 'em up cats. Fuck SFA.
Like that's like saying we should give the junior high program a death penalty. Like it doesn't affect anything. Like
I don't like SFA, so fuck them.
I'm with it, but like
Pat, I like this. Like I said,
rules are rules, my friend.
I wanted Alex to join into this bad advice podcast, and now he's advocating killing students, college students.
Not killing students. I'm saying death penalty. The death penalty when SMU cheated with their whole Craig James, Eric Dickerson thing, they took away the football program for a year and fucked them, or 2 years. And then like SMU's never recovered. SMU was a football powerhouse. Nobody talks about SMU when they talk about football now.
Yeah.
Maybe they're the number 24 team in the country every now and then. They had an undefeated run like either last year or the year before, but like they're never going to be what they once
They
were.
went from a perennial powerhouse to a mid-major at best.
So fuck SFA. They should strip them of everything.
But they're D2 anyway. Who gives a shit?
Well, not in basketball, not in baseball.
Are they D1? I don't even fucking know. Dude, it's SFA.
Sam Houston
It's
almost
SFA.
went to the College World Series, and they're the same fucking division as them. They almost went to the College World Series like 4 years ago.
I'm sorry, but to me, East Texas colleges don't even really exist.
You were in the fucking Southland Conference. Texas State was. Your entire like college career, except for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but I just got drunk and shit talked the third baseman. Like I didn't care who was in our division.
Well, you should have. You should have. Fuck SFA. That was really my point. It was just SFA is not cool. So fuck SFA. Even if you went to SFA, like just realize like fuck SFA. All right. Who has their not cool?
All right, I'll go. I got a male Karen in the restaurant this week.
Ooh.
He had a to-go order
Chad,
for a
right?
burger. And
Chad or Brad, yeah.
No, this is Karen. He was a male Karen. So he gets he shows up to pick up his burger. It's ready when he gets there, and he goes, "Oh, let me get some bread and butter too." And my server was like, "Oh, well, we got garlic bread." He was like, oh, "Okay, whatever." So she rings it up, hands it. He goes, "No, just take that off the bill. I don't want to pay for that. I just want the bread and butter that you get when you come into the restaurant." We're like, "Well, sir, we don't do that. You don't just all we have is."
Would you like your meal free too, sir?
We're like, "No, we don't. You don't get bread and butter for free when you come in. We don't do that." He's like, yeah, you do." We're like, "No, we haven't done that for like 5 years."
Hey, Chief, we work here. We would know.
It was like, no, just take it off the bill. And I was like, dude, whatever, just take it off his fucking bill. Like, fuck this guy, get him out of here.
What? Yeah, that's you fucking giving in, man.
But like, I was like, whatever. Like, he's gonna be a dick. Just get it. There's the burger used to be $12. Why is it $14 now? Because supply lines have been fucking cut.
Oh my god, I hate this guy.
And
I hate this guy.
Literally, our ground beef prices doubled. Like for a little while, we've been paying like $5 and change per pound for meat. Like because a lot of the slaughterhouses closed down. So the meat isn't being produced. Chicken, beef, it's gone way the fuck up. And this guy was just being a douchebag about it. Like, well, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't let known beforehand. And we're like, we can't fucking tell every person that calls. By the way, prices have gone up $2. Like,
right, like, I'm sorry, is like the $2 to like $5, $10 gonna break the fucking bank? You fuckface.
Like, I was
like
like,
Mr. I'm gonna eat out.
I wasn't even
Eat
dealing with
oatmeal.
this guy.
Go to Target. Oatmeal's like 50 cents. You can do that if you want.
I was sitting at a table in the back actually eating my lunch at this time, and I could hear this going on. And my server is the one who's dealing with it up front with the guy. And I was so fucking ready because, like, she came back to me, like, real quick at one point, like, because she was going to, like, get his drink or whatever, like a water or something. And when she came back about the bread, I was like, just give him the fucking bread, whatever. And then I I can hear him talking about the burger and shit, and I was so ready to just, like, if he caused a stink about it, I was going to walk up to the front and be like, well, then you don't have to take the burger. I was going to be like, yeah. I was straight up just going to be like, okay, sir, and just take the food away and walk away. Like, if you were going to cause a stink about $12 versus $14.
All right, sir, get out.
I was so ready to just be like, I'm not discounting this, sir. You can leave if you don't want to pay for your food. Because I'm just listening to this guy be a Luckily, it didn't get that far. He was just kind of like, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, dude, what kind of a douchebag do you have to be to complain about prices in a fucking global goddamn pandemic?
Well, to complain about $2, dude, I fucking that's like my least favorite. Like, when I go to a restaurant, sometimes there's times where you get something like, I feel like that was not that, like, but like, I'm not gonna if I see something like something I thought was $12 is $30, then I might ask a question, you know?
Yeah.
But like, if it's $2 more or less, it's like, fuck you.
And there's probably people listening right now like, God damn it, your burger and fries is $12, $14 fucking dollars. Yeah, I realize that's a shit ton.
But he had to know that when he was going there.
But it's a higher end restaurant. It's a 8 to 10 ounce burger. It's not like a water burger where like it's
like Beck's Prime. Beck's Prime shit.
A lot like that, yeah. But just like I just
male Karens.
I'm listening in the back and I just want to walk up front and fucking punch this guy in the goddamn forehead.
You know,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna move on to my not cool, but if you still going,
no, I'm done.
So my not cool is also burger related. I went to a restaurant and their prices increased all of a sudden. No, I plan on grilling some burgers this weekend. You know, Memorial Day, and I went to HEB and they didn't have any like burger meat that I wanted to get. And so now I'll have to go back sometime later this week to get it.
Kill a cow.
Because the slaughterhouses are closed. Actually, you know what I made? I made at the restaurant the other day. I took our burger meat, but then I grabbed a bunch of chopped garlic and then red pepper flakes and molded all that shit into the patty and then cooked that. Bro. That shit was dang.
That sounds dope. My life hack has always been my old college roommate, shout out Scott Simpson. He taught me very early on when we lived together that a life hack with just if you get the ground beef package and it's not the already made patties, crush a bag, fill a bag of a Ziploc bag of just Cheez-Its, crush those with your hand, pour that in there with it, mix it up. That keeps the consistency in there, and then you have Cheez-It holding your fucking. You have Cheez-It crumbs holding your fucking instead of breadcrumbs. You have Cheez-It holding your fucking meat together. I swear to God, try it. Tell me it's not a fucking like game changer. I guarantee you, you're like, oh my God, because you get little bites of Cheez-Its in there.
Burgers.
It's not overwhelming at all, but it's like a little like I know people do saltines sometimes. It's like that, but it's a fucking Cheez-It, and it's my Cheez-Its are one of my favorite snacks of all time. Like I could eat Cheez-Its for the rest of my life. If you like
Cheez-Its have to be a top 2 snack of all time.
Easily.
The only reason I'm saying top 2 is because I have to assume maybe there's another one up there. For me, it's number 1.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, if you're just like, Alex, you get one snack for the rest of your life. I love chocolate,
Cheez-Its.
but like Cheez-Its is like I could eat Cheez-Its and Goldfish are like my two.
Now, especially if you get the whole Cheez-It umbrella.
Like I could murder Cheez-Its and Goldfish. If like I was only allowed to live off of that, I'd be fine.
Bro, if you put those white Cheez-Its, the white cheddar or the Italian 3 cheese Cheez-Its in front of me,
I like the slightly
that
burned
box
ones.
is that box is
just
that
recently
box
came
is
out
one
with those.
sitting. It's done.
They're like
What
left in
ones?
a little, like the left in a little too long ones where they're a little crispy. They're kind of they're not burnt, but they're just like a little bit more well done than the other ones are. I like.
All
that.
I know is Cheez-It boxes are meant to be eaten in one sitting.
Yeah. Same with Goldfish. Emma and I can't keep Goldfish in the house.
So good.
Those are two of the greatest snacks of all time. We'll
It's
do
like
a
rice.
mock
Like, yeah,
draft
there's
or Mount
700
Rushmore
of them, but
snacks,
they're this big. Who gives a shit? Just pop them.
Yeah.
Go ham. Cam ham yags.
But just a little life hack. If you're on a budget, you're buying the not already made patties, get some Cheez-Its, crush them up in a little Ziploc bag, throw them in the bowl when you're putting all the stuff together, throw the Worcestershire sauce, whatever else you're throwing in there.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Throw that
Or
in
a little
there
bit of soy.
and then turn it in there.
All right,
So that
Alex,
was-
what's your not cool?
I already did my not cool, and Robert did his not cool. We've all done our not cool.
Wait,
Mhm.
wait. What the hell was yours?
SFA.
He
being
wanted to
fucking
murder.
stupid. I didn't want to murder them. I wanted to give SFA
Oh, that's right.
Sports
Yeah,
the death
that's right. I
penalty.
forgot. Alex wanted to
SFA
kill
Sports.
innocent college
Just
students.
guys, just let's all agree as a podcast for the next year. Anything SFA does, we don't acknowledge.
Nah, I'm cool with SFA.
We're not going to acknowledge anything SFA does because they
You're
won't do
not.
anything regardless of whether or not there's any penalty
Here's the
for
thing.
it.
I also won't acknowledge.
They're not
them
going to be good in
because I
football.
forget-
They're going to suck in basketball,
I forget
and we'll
they
fuck them up.
exist
We're going to fuck them up in basketball, and then they're
If
going
you
to
don't mention them, I forget they exist. So
I can guarantee you that I will not mention them.
done. That's all I ask. It's the death penalty already. We've just given them the death penalty here. So suck on that.
PTG
NCAA.
death penalty.
All right, let's move on to the answers segment. There's no such thing, guys, as a stupid question.
Just stupid people.
It's not true, but that's not true either.
That is true.
That's not true.
There are stupid people
That's
out
not
there.
true. It's not true. There's no such thing as a stupid question. But
Just
if
stupid
you
people.
got a question that you're like a little hesitant to ask your friends, you're like, maybe it's a high thought, maybe it's something you thought of when you were drunk, you saw it on a billboard, you saw it on a meme, something like that. You're like, I just wonder what the guys at
Thought
Pastor
about it
Baby
while
are going to
pooping.
say with this. Hit us up. Hashtag PTG answers at Pastor Gay Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. You can also use the email answers@pastorgraypod.com if you don't have the Twitter. And then just while I'm on the topic of everything like this, like just go give us that 5-star review on iTunes. Just roast us in the comments if you want. You got to give us a 5-word thing. Just be like, fucking what the fuck, guys. And then fucking what the fuck, guys would be a hilarious review to me, at least. Just because
This is why we need high schoolers to listen, man. They'll get ruthless.
give us a 5-star review.
And they're
Doesn't matter what
roasting.
you say. It's got to be 5 words so it shows up at iTunes. We show up higher on the charts. Joe Rogan's going exclusively to Spotify. We'd like to show up high up in those iTunes charts, huh? What if we took his spot? That's very wishful thinking.
What if?
Extremely
Who'd
wishful
have thought?
thinking. But maybe.
Look at us.
I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. Is it likely? I don't know. You be the judge. Maybe go fucking review us. If you don't have an iTunes account, just go create one. All you have to do is create an iTunes account. Then go fucking roast us in the comments. Give us the 5-star review. And you're out. Send us a screenshot. Like, you can win a fucking Gravies Award. Skylar Lester, our podcast son, won a Gravies Award doing this last year. And he made fun of us. And it was fine. We're all for it. Just give us the 5-star review. Shows up higher. If you can give us a 5-star review on anything you're listening to us on, send us a screenshot and we'll put you in the running for Pass the Gravy's review of the year. Let's get to the answers segment right now.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Let's get to it, gang. This first answers question, as are all of our Wednesday's answers questions, from our podcast son, Skylar Lester at OMG.
Oh my God, it's Skylar.
Skylar. Slight not cool to his biological mom he posted something on Facebook talking about Brady pushing the $45 immunity pills. And I was like, well, to be fair, I've been taking hydrochloroxyquina or whatever the fuck President Trump said he took today.
Hydrochloroxyquina.
I was like, I've been taking that and mixing it with his immunity pills, and I'm fine. And then his mom was like, well done, Skylar. We raised you right. And I was like, did I not raise him right? Have I not raised him right on the podcast? I'm very upset. Like, is his biological mom a better mom than we are dads? Probably.
Yes.
Probably. But
yes,
like,
definitely.
It just, my parenting skills just came into check, and I was kind of like, I was a little upset.
I have
not
more
at
of
her,
a
not anybody else, just at myself, really.
Style.
Yeah, we're just more free range parents.
Okay, do what you want to do.
I'm a free range.
Stick a fork in that socket. You'll figure it out. I have more of the 1920s style of parenting.
Robert's like, you got a peanut allergy, just die.
Don't kill yourself.
You got a peanut allergy, don't eat peanuts. Who gives a fuck if you don't know?
I'm going to have 10 of you because 4 of you are going to die.
That's why everybody used to have 14 kids, because half of them died. And you had to have the other half work on the farm. That's what it was. All right, our first question from our podcast on Skylar Lester at OMG and Skylar. He says, what would your TED Talk topic be?
I don't know. What do you think my topic would be?
No, what do you think Robert's TED Talk would be about?
Pineapple.
It's not a bad one. It's not bad.
I know mine would be something that I would get angry about, but like, I'm not sure. What do you think my topic would be?
It would probably be sports related. Because that's what I'm like what am I an expert on? I could probably give a solid TED Talk on Big Brother that nobody would give a fuck about.
Yours would be Hot Wheels aerodynamics.
Not really, because I'm not great at that. I just let them go, man. I don't fix any of that shit. I don't know anything about it.
What do I know a lot about? That just Green Bay Packers history?
I was like, yeah, New York Giants shit. Like, I could probably do that.
No, you know what your TED Talk would be? Shopping carts.
About like I feel like
shopping cart etiquette. That would be your
shopping
TED
cart
Talk.
etiquette would be a big one. Okay, I don't really feel like it helps anybody in anything though, but being like, just put your fucking shopping cart back. Although, hey guys, shout out to everybody that sent me that shopping cart theory meme. Like, I appreciate it. I've gotten it about 18 million times, and I really appreciate everybody that's thought of me sending it. But like, I don't need you to send it to me anymore. I love you guys. Again, I'm not mad if you send it to me still, but like, I just I've been tagged in that like 18,000 times so far. So I get it. You're an animal if you don't put your shopping cart back, and I will never move off at that point. But like,
mine would 100% be driving techniques in traffic and driving etiquette. That's what mine would be like. I'm so tired of people that don't understand. You have to constantly check your mirrors and constantly check your rear views. And if you see somebody coming up faster than you, get the fuck out of the goddamn way. Like,
I would say yours might be like, what is and is not country music.
Oh, that's another one.
That's a good
one. Because Pat is very big on like fuck pop country, because you have a hat that says that. And you tweet about what you hate about pop country all the time. And I also think that then my TED Talk could just like coincidentally be like, why Lil Nas X is the greatest country artist of the entire world.
That would be yours.
Mine would just be like, why Lil Nas X is our king.
I actually fucking tweeted today about this shit. Bo Burnham.
Somebody tag Lil Nas X and be like, Alex is going to do a TED Talk on you. Please go on his podcast.
You remember Bo Burnham's song where he's making fun of country music and how it's just formulaic bullshit.
Take off your bras and burn them. Burn them.
I could speak in Mandarin.
Bo Burnham is one of the greatest comedians.
Pandering. Ever. Yeah, no, and it just makes fun of how country music.
If you don't know who he is, look him up.
Two or three key phrases like cold beer, pickup truck, blue jeans,
dirt road,
and my hot girl. And it just like, and I rewatched it again today, and I tweeted about it because I tagged a couple of
Robert, what
country
was his
music,
TV show? I'm sorry to interrupt.
pages.
Zach Stone is going to be famous.
That
Oh,
was
I
one of the
still never
most like
watched that.
underrated shows ever. Like
I still need to watch
it was
that.
so cringy. It was if you like The Office, it's very Michael Scotty as like it was like a younger version of a Michael Scott, and it's cringy, but it's so good. I remember you and I watching that, and like we were talking. Oh, that was so fun. That was such a fun time.
But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I tweeted about that today because I listened to that and I was like, oh man, the good old days of country music where I could just make fun of them doing formulaic bullshit and not having fucking drum loops and snap beats and it straight up just being pop music.
Trap beats.
Like every fucking country song in the top 40 now is snap beats. That's all it is. There's not an actual fucking drum
Could
set.
you
in
say that
country
everybody's
music
just
anymore.
mimicking Lil Nas X? Some might say
No,
that.
because Lil
Some
Nas
might
X
say that.
actually would use a drummer. He didn't in that song, but he's an actual musician.
You're right.
He doesn't
He's
have
our king.
He doesn't have Nashville writing songs for him. He doesn't lie. He doesn't say, I'm out on the farm on my tractor with a cold beer and a pickup truck and a
Riding on a
potty next to me.
tractor, lean all in my bladder. He does say that.
No. But it wasn't like he was saying that's his
Riding on
lifestyle.
a tractor, lean all. I mean, that's literally the lyrics in the song.
Yeah, but he's not saying that's what he's doing. He's just making content.
Okay.
Here's the big one that kills me in country music. You'll hear it 900 times. Slide on over. You'll hear that 1,900 times. Like, it'll always talk about a truck and then slide on over, girl. I want to fucking murder everyone involved with that. Actually, you know what? Now, here's my TED Talk. Why we need the purge. And I'm going to, every day, or every time on purge night, I'm going to drive to fucking Nashville.
Okay.
And I'm going to eviscerate every executive in that town.
That seems just violent.
That's my TED Talk. It took a while to get there. Oh, no, it's dark as shit. It took a while to get there. That's my TED Talk. Why we need the purge.
Robert, your TED Talk was pineapples, I think.
Pineapples.
Just pineapples.
And Alex's shopping carts.
Shopping carts.
And mine is
Or why
why-
Lil Nas X is the greatest musician of all time.
And mine is why we need more widespread systematic murder of stupid people.
You know who else wanted widespread systematic wiping out of people? I don't want to say his name, but it rhymes with Madoff Schmittler.
Of stupid people. Of stupid people is
You
what
know
I
who
said.
else probably thought an entire group of people were stupid?
No.
Whether or
he
not
thought
they were.
inferior. He was a bigot.
I bet
and a
that
racist.
said person that was German and rhymed with
I
Madoff
just hate
Schmittler
people for a
might have
specific
also
reason.
hated a certain group of people for a specific reason. So not a great look.
All right, so now we've each called each other out on this podcast for fucking being like Hitler.
Not a great look. Moving on.
I don't want to wipe out an ethnicity or a
So this may
group
be
of
the last
people.
episode of Past Gravy ever, everybody.
peace out, homies.
We'll bleep all this out. Our next one comes from our buddy Fernando Ramon at Only Big Fern, and he says,
Ramon.
Bullets, the original One Direction? Yeah, I love that question. I love
I
that
don't know,
question.
man. Did you guys see
The Matrix? The Matrix. He
what
can
was
bend
the-
bullets, right?
That's wanted.
What? Yeah, Wanted with the curved bullet. That's what I was
But
thinking. of.
also, no, it would not be the original. What would be the predecessor to the bullet? Think about it.
Arrows.
Arrows, right there. You can't carve an arrow.
Yeah, actually, that's a good call.
And actually, before arrows, spears.
Spears were just arrows that didn't get slingshotted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Spears would be the original One Direction.
Spears would be.
Sorry,
Arrowheads
Robert,
really are
where-
the original bullet, if you think
Robert,
about
where
it.
were you going? You were going to say something, and then we just yelled louder than you.
I have already
Bad at
forgotten. Yeah, I've already forgotten.
Yeah, no. Bullets are not. Spears are the original One Direction.
I would say arrowheads. Would you make
Spears
spears
can't-
out of arrowheads? You used arrowheads to stab people, so like that's
You didn't
the original.
need. No, spears were just pointed sticks over time that evolved into arrowheads and that evolved into arrows.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
spears at first were just pointed sticks.
Arrows are the original One Direction. That's a good one.
No,
Good question.
spears.
Roll spears. Spears. All right, whatever. Fernando, good question. Our next one comes from Tim Kostanek at the call T1, even though I think they got hacked. So he's at the one T629111554.
Like a Terminator.
Yeah, he sounds like a robot. But Tim Kostanek, our helmet guy, says, who would be the first one? And he's the newest member of the Rod Ryan Show, Fresh Out of Bed Head-to-Head Hall of Fame. Tim says, who would be the first one kicked off of Survivor or Big Brother between the three of you? I would say it was Pat.
My initial reaction is me also. But I also, here's how I think about it. It's either going to be me, like I'm going to be the first one gone.
It's going to be me or you.
Or I'm going to.
Robert's lasting the longest. 3.
Like I
Disagree.
don't think
you're no chance you last.
No, that's what I'm saying.
2.
Like if I'm not gone immediately, I'll make it to top 3 just because they'll carry me along and I'm awesome.
You're not going to be great at physical challenges. You're not going to be great at physical challenges.
I would dominate physical challenges.
Are you a good swimmer?
Actually, I'm not a great swimmer.
So Survivor, you're out. That's half of these. I'm just saying, like, puzzles.
Oh shit!
Guy.
Hold on. I was thinking
Survivor
Big Brother.
or Big Brother.
I was thinking Big Brother.
I'm not saying I'm going to be. I'm not saying I'm going to win. I think Robert lasts the longest out of us. I think that I'm not. I think I could maybe hang on from pissing people off.
No,
longer than
here's
you.
I
think you would piss people off because you say shit without caring. I think I usually would think about it.
My
and I would
personality,
calculate and I'd piss people off like week 5.
My personality is that I piss people off, but for some reason they still gravitate towards me. I honestly think I would last longer than you, Alex, because people very quickly would catch on that you know the game very well, and they're going to want you out.
Dude. I'm good at playing dumb. If I went into any of those, I would act like I had no idea what I was doing.
I don't know. I think at some point you're going to slip up. And I don't think I'm going to be out week 1 because I'm just entertaining enough to where like I might piss some people off, but I'm not. I'm still around. Right. I'm not the biggest threat right out of the gates. And you want to get away like the first couple of weeks. You want to get threats out if you can.
I can
now
actually
there's alliances
see,
forming, and I'd be very good at forming alliances.
Robert, what are you saying?
I can actually see Pat lasting a little while, but I don't think it's necessarily because people are gravitating towards you or because you're forming alliance. I think it's because they'll use you as a shield. Like
that's why I'd be good in alliances because I would be Brett.
So you think it's me then, huh?
I kind of do think it'd be you because Robert, I think is.
It's not Robert. Robert's the perfect guy for a reality show. Maybe not to win, but you're down to get to like top 6, 7, where you're like.
He may not go the deepest out of us 3, but he's definitely not.
Robert's smart. He'll align with enough people quickly where like they'll take you deep if you play it right.
What's his name from last season?
Pat or I are gonna mouth off and make somebody mad at some point. I think.
What's his name from last season? The guy that was at Tennessee and was like student body president.
Jackson. No, Ovi.
Ovi. That's what I see in Robert. He's gonna go in. Nobody's gonna see him as a threat.
Was the second or third out.
But he's not gonna be the first. But
right.
Also, and he came back too. But like, he's just not gonna be seen as a threat. But that dude's just going to be around.
Yeah, Robert's going to go the furthest out of us.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are winning.
Don't.
It depends on who snaps the most, who snaps the fastest. And I think Pat is more free about what he says, where he's going to piss off probably a female, just to be real. He's probably going to piss off some female by dropping a cunt or something like that, and she's going to get upset.
I'm going to get bored. I'm going to fall back on my junior high woman jokes. And that's really going to hurt me.
And that's why I think Pat would be out before me. I think I'd be able to lay a little bit lower. I think I'm not saying I have a ton of self-control.
That's going to take a while before
I think I can float.
I don't think so. I think you're the
first
one.
If we're on Survivor and you're having to live on just rice, I think you break way faster. If we're on Big Brother, maybe you last a little bit longer.
I love rice.
But like this much rice, like a day. Like
no, that I'm going to be cranky. No.
Yeah, so you'll be cranky. You're going to call somebody a cunt. Somebody's not going to be cool with it.
I don't even acknowledge
You're not hunting for idols. You're not doing any of this. But
I don't even acknowledge
Big Brother or Survivor.
This is strictly Big Brother.
I think
don't
in
even
Survivor, I'm better than
I
you at
haven't watched
competitions.
Survivor
I think in
since
Big
season
Brother, I'm
1.
better than you in competitions. I don't think I last.
No, are you kidding me?
than Robert, though.
No. In Big Brother, you'll be better than me in the game. Competitions, I'll wipe the fucking floor with you.
Hardcore disagree.
Mental or physical competitions,
Disagree.
I'm gonna beat your ass in Big Brother.
Oh, you're gonna be able to do like with an endurance competition where you hang on a fucking wall. You hang on a wall, and that's not gonna weigh you down. That's
but
usually
I'll
the
last
first
longer
one.
than you.
Disagree.
You've got the arm strength of a diabetic 3-year-old.
You think that? Pound for pound, though, homie's pretty strong when it comes down
Pound
to
for
that shit.
pound, and I've got a lot more pounds. I'm still stronger than you.
Guarantee you that I'm better at endurance competitions than you are.
If it's a run,
If it's a fucking wall competition, I am lasting there way longer than you. I swear. Somebody set up a fucking endurance competition. I will fucking smoke you.
My cardio. And here's the thing. Also, we're not
if you have
going
to hold
into
onto
this
a fucking
as
wall.
We're not going into this as we are right now. If you
we're going into this now.
I was gonna say, like, you're going into Big Brother. If you give me 2 weeks just to train on endurance, and I'm not training cardio, because none of this is cardio. Cardio is bullshit. But core strength and arm strength and shoulder strength is what you need in these kind of competitions. I'm going to beat your ass every day of the week.
Disagree.
You've got no traps. You've got the legs of Chicken Little. You've got arms that look like spaghetti noodles.
I'm a lot stronger than I look, homie.
Yeah, but you don't look strong at all. So a lot stronger than
I'm
you look.
I'm not saying I'm strong, but I'm saying I got endurance like a motherfucker.
But if you're stronger than you look, that still means you're only as strong as a 6th grader.
You're gonna fall so fast.
Oh no, I don't doubt that. But if you're on that wall against me, I will tear my rotator cuff.
And you don't think I'm gonna do the same? You don't think I'm gonna do the same? And I bet you I will. And I will.
No, I don't think you will
because
you're not willing to go there because you know you can outgame people with your knowledge of the game, so you don't have to beat me.
Pat's out before me. I think it's Pat.
Actually, I will say the wall is probably the
You're
one.
Done. You're done.
Is the one where you can beat me. Any other competition, I'm going to take
you down. It's the log. If it's the balance beam. If it's the puzzle, I fucking got you. If it's the endurance, fucking like slippery slope one, the slippery slide one, we got to fill the jar. I've got you stacked on that one. If it's Survivor, there's the balance one where you have to hold the thing. There's the ring one.
I've got you.
I watch the games. I know all of the ones I'm going to beat you on. I'm not going to beat you on.
You've got 2 you can beat me in. Is the wall. I'll give you that one. And then the snake competition from last year, I'm immediately disqualifying myself. I don't do snakes. At all. In the least bit. Like, I have to pick up a snake? Oh, I'm going to shit my pants.
Robert, who lasts longest? You're the deciding vote in this.
Oh, man, both of you actually make really good arguments too. Who would last longer? But see, just because I think that they'll keep Pat, like for Big Brother, I think they'll keep Pat for like as a shield.
Pat's like a Josh.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking.
Also, the producers are going to want me there.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be the guy that says like the N-word at some point. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa!
You're not going to be that guy.
No, I would not.
You're not going to say the N-word, but you're going to be the questionable guy that says something that offends. Like,
I'm 100% going to
call some girl a cunt like week 1, and they're going to be like,
but in my defense, she'll be acting like a cunt.
But you can't call somebody that, and then you're going to get taken out based off of that.
No, I'm just going to have a strong alliance.
All right, so I'm outvoted. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm outvoted.
I win.
We could argue all
girls
day, but
call other girls cunts all the time.
Fucking know that I would absolutely smoke you in 75% easily of any of the competitions.
75%. Bro, you have 2. You have 2 you can beat me in. My mentals are way stronger than yours.
0%.
I protect my mentals and I protect my chicken.
You're a mental midget, bro.
Whoa, that's problematic right there.
You're a mental midget right now, man.
And you're
I got you. I'm to get in your head. That's what I'm doing. All right. That was a good question, Tim.
Bro.
And that started a whole fucking argument. Our next to last question comes from our buddy Josh Treecaudle at Joshua Tree 713. He says, if you were haunted by a ghost, who would you want to be haunted by, and who would you want to be haunted by the least? Who would we want to be haunted by, and who would we want to be haunted by?
Wanted? I don't think there's another answer besides Robin Williams.
They've got to be dead already.
I mean, we're talking ghosts here. They're already dead. Robin Williams
is a good ghost to be haunted.
He'd be the funniest fucking haunting of all goddamn time. Who would you not want to be haunted by?
Nancy
Hitler.
Grace. Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace. That would be the worst.
No.
Hey, Margaret!
Instead of boo, all you hear is no. Oh my God.
A rape stand.
Don't go in
Nancy
that
Grace would be the worst. Who would be the best? I would say, yeah.
I can't think of anyone better than Robin Williams. Maybe you can for
Robin
best,
Williams is
like
a pretty good one.
Like, especially if you tell Robin Williams, dude, you're going back as a ghost and you have to haunt somebody, that dude's going to take that role
He's basically
and
the
run
genie
with
at that point.
Exactly. And he's going to have
right.
fun
Robin
with
Williams
it.
is the right answer. I think Robin Williams is the right answer.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of someone better, and I can't.
Robin Williams
Right? Like, and honestly, that just came to
He's
me
already
like 30
played the
seconds before
genie
question.
who is essentially sort of a ghost.
But the worst one? I mean, like,
Nancy
obviously,
is
like,
terrible.
Hitler, Stalin, just
Nancy
because then
Grace.
you've got a ghost going, you must purify the race. And you're like, dude, fuck off, ghost.
Dude,
Get out of
knock
here.
off, bro.
Like, I'm
You
not...
ended your shit over this because you were too pussy to do this. Fuck you. Fuck you, Hitler. That's what we say on this podcast.
Jussie Smollett?
Nah,
Juicy Smollett?
He's just gonna
That'd be
lie
a bad
about shit.
ghost.
You're not gonna believe anything he says.
But just like every 2 seconds, he'd be like, I got hanged. And you're like, no, you
just won't believe him.
You walked into traffic. Like, I know how you died. Like, he
It
would
was
just constantly
negative
lie.
75 degrees, and you were the only one out there going to Subway.
The worst, I don't know. There's
Nancy.
there's so
Nancy's
many
it.
people.
It's Nancy.
Nancy is up there. Yeah.
Nancy Grace, Robin Williams. Robin Williams is the best. Nancy Grace is the worst. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Good question, though, Josh. That's a solid question. Our final question, and we got another ghost question. It's from Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. He says, is being a ghost a boomerang situation? You die and you come back.
Nope.
Metaphorically,
Nope.
I guess.
Metaphorically,
Like-
but I do believe, like, to be fair,
To be fair.
my argument, I feel like you have to throw it.
Thank you. Okay. I actually tried to extend an olive branch there to just not shit on it all.
I am bit. You guys realize, and you act like I'm only gonna buy into that. I think you got to throw it. I said anything you throw is a boomerang. If you died because you were thrown to your death, then yes, you're a boomerang.
Okay, so then we're all on board.
If I
No,
threw
it's
you off a
not.
cliff and you died, then you're a boomerang if you're a ghost at that point. So yes.
Ooh,
Other
that
than
actually
that-
happened in Casper when she jumped off the edge and then came back up as the ghost.
You're acting like I've
That
never
one
seen
I could
Casper.
see. What?
I was saying you're acting like I've never seen Casper. Of course.
Oh,
everybody knows.
I thought you
I
said
thought
you
you
never
said
had.
you.
Robert, have you
Robert
seen
has
Casper?
not seen Casper.
I am trying to deflect and talk about Alex.
Back to Alex. Let's talk about
It's a
Alex. Whether or not
deflection
he's
of
seen it.
boomerang.
I've never actually seen Casper. I've seen bits and
I
pieces.
appreciate the
don't expect
question,
anything from
but
you,
I
Robert.
respectfully decline that. I think you gotta
No.
be thrown unless you were thrown off of something like a building or a cliff or something like that.
That's the
or into a
defining
subway.
characteristic.
You
of a
have to be
boomerang.
thrown.
There's two characteristics.
But
of
if
a
you were
boomerang.
thrown, you were 100%
You
a
throw
boomerang
it,
when you come back as a ghost.
and it comes back. That's it. That's all it takes to be a boomerang.
That's the
You
one.
throw it, and it comes back.
So if you were thrown off, like if you got pushed or thrown off
If
the
you
Grand
can't
Canyon,
meet step one,
then you're a
then you're not a
ghost.
boomerang.
and you're a ghost, and you're a boomerang. But yeah, I think it's got to be something to be thrown. And like, look at me respecting exercises, guys. You act like I'm only biased towards one thing, but look, I'm realistic. Okay, I'm realistic. Where I know that I'm going to beat Pat at any Big Brother or Survivor. 75% of them, I know I'm going to beat him at those comps. But
I mean, you just think you've watched it for longer, so you're better, but you forget that I'm literally better than you in every way there is.
Disagree, man. Unless it's drinking whiskey, I'm
No.
fucking gonna smoke you.
See, you are better than me. Like I said, in the wall and being able to be emotionally available to other people, you're better. at me
On
than those two
Survivor
things.
too, they're also really good about the temptations. Where they're like, hey, we know you haven't eaten peanut butter in 40 days. What if while you're up on this challenge, we offer you a thing of peanut butter or chocolates or a pizza? And you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm in. and you would give
Dude,
up.
I've already been not eating shit I want to eat for months on end now. Like, I'm good at abstaining from that
But
shit.
this is also with you for like 30, 40 days living off this much rice too if we're in Survivor.
That's the only thing. As long as it's
You're gonna
enough
be
rice
cranky,
to
you're
actually
gonna be
be a
upset,
meal
you're not
for
gonna
me.
be happy.
Yeah, I don't
You're eating like
count
a quarter of a
Survivor.
coconut
We're
shell
talking,
worth
we're
of
talking
rice.
strictly Big Brother here. We're not like, I know the question said Survivor, but like I don't watch it. Like I haven't watched
Who
Survivor
do you guys think
since
last?
season 1.
Is it Alex or is it Pat? Hashtag.
Or is it Robert? Don't throw
No. Robert
God damn, you're
Robert
a
wins.
bigot.
Robert's the winner out of that. Robert lasts the longest. We were just saying who would be the first out.
I firmly believe
Robert's
that
not going to be the
is
first
not.
out. Robert's not the first
He's
out.
not the
ever.
first, but he won't last the longest. Robert
lasts the longest out of us.
Robert is a week 5 to week 8 out, I think.
Which is halfway through most of the seasons. So yeah, he's gonna make it
Halfway.
better than us.
But like I said, I'm either
You and
out
I
in
aren't
week
making
1
it
or
past.
2, or I'm
You
in
and
the
I are
final
not
3.
making it to a third. Like we're making it max like a third of the
Bro,
way through the
I
season.
will Jackson the shit out of it to where you can try and get rid of me, and I'm gonna just dominate because I'm a fucking monster.
I disagree. He was like part bodybuilder, so he was able to do a lot of that stuff.
He was also a little bitch.
He was your
I don't-
favorite person.
I don't want us to fight anymore.
Yeah,
I like
we gotta get
Jackson.
out of this.
I said
We
that.
gotta
No,
get out of this.
I
He
could
was
like Jackson,
problematic
but
as
still think he's a
shit,
little
though.
bitch. Why?
He pissed a lot of people off.
Oh,
He said a bunch
why
of
is that
shit
making
he shouldn't
problematic?
say.
We could do this for fucking hours on
We could.
Jackson.
We'll do
I
that on
thought Jackson
Pass
was
bro.
phenomenal.
Our
Oh,
Big
use
Brother
a
podcast.
dick.
All right. Well,
You don't have to be a nice guy to win.
Are we breaking up?
I don't think so. I think we
No.
got a podcast.
I'm actually
next
having
week.
a great time.
Tune in Monday. We got Matt Thomas, PA announcer for the Rockets, play-by-play for the Rockets, host of the Matt Thomas Show on Sports Talk 790. It was an awesome interview with me and Robert talking to him. And we'll talk to you guys again next Wednesday. I love you guys. Give us that 5-star review on
Love you.
iTunes. Be cool out there. Just be smart. Be smart. Southern Star. Just you going out there. Just wear the mask. Bring the mask. Just socially distance yourself. I know things are opening up. Just be cool. Because remember, if we fuck this up, guys, football season's fucked. All right? And we don't want to fuck that over. So I love you guys. Y'all be safe. Until we talk to you guys next time. Pass the gravy, you bitches.
I turned to an attic, I bought me a paddock, I bought her a baby one. I brought me a Mavic, I came with 2 doors, yeah, that's a Mercedes one. I stayed with the baddest, I'm counting the cabbage while making my lady come. I bought a G-Wagon, that shit was the baddest, that's why I